I have something similar where I don't like crowds so much anymore, and that's because I can't vouch for what people are gonna do.
Man,
That's what I just said.
And also it's also because of where we've gone and where we are in society now.
Is this some ghetto PTSD business?
No,
no,
because
it's if you think about what's gone on in events, people just letting off shots,
bombs
people going,
and driving.
things like that.
You're not worried about stuff like that, are you?
well, I am.
I mean, back in your mind, kind of, like, I'll go in and I survey the area because that's what you do.
That's normal.
But that's the surveying area, innit?
No,
Like,
Yeah, but if you look over
so-
the course
survey-
of time, it's become more and more
What
and
I've
more
learned-
prominent.
What I've learned, surveying the area is a very hood mentality thing to do. This is what I've come to know. So, like, I think somebody noticed one time, like, why do you always have a wall behind you whenever you're in somewhere?
Sit
And
in
I'm
the
like,
restaurant, make sure
that's
you see the
just
door.
how we do, innit?
Listen,
Like,
when the ghetto man's going to a restaurant, why is it everybody's fighting for the one where their back is on the wall and they can see everything?
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody knows why they want to sit at that part of the
Godfather
table.
mentality.
That's normal for me.
You have them
And you can get out
affluent,
quicker.
yeah. You have them people that live them blessed lives, and they walk into situations
And
like
they-
yeah. You're thinking, bro,
Exactly.
But then you realize that happens to them.
You want to sit in the corner. You don't want to sit next to the window.
Exactly.
All of them
There's
certain things.
all them kind
I
of
need to
certain
see my
things.
exit.
But this is why I said hood PTSD.
Yeah,
because it's a situation where, because you've been through things, because you've seen things, because you've heard things, now you have some sort of post-traumatic syndrome. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. I'm out of breath.
Wow.
Welcome to another
I told you
episode of
there's
Eloquently Saying Nothing.
There's something wrong with my chest.
This is episode 77.
76.
77.
Aha.
Aha!
Hashtag ESN pod on all your social medias, and you will find us at ESN podcast on all your social medias. Eloquently Saying Nothing, search for us on Facebook. Once again, this is the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast, episode number 77. I am Stavros Boss, and in the room with me tonight, well, forgive my voice for one, but in the room with me tonight, we have the actor.
What's going on, people? No monologue this week, but I will have one next week.
Well, one good thing comes with the bad thing in it. So,
This is true.
Simple Simon.
Black bastard. Not you, Simple.
Well, he can't breathe anyway, so
I didn't say which one was good or
he's
bad.
being punished.
But yeah, my breathing is messed up. Apologies for the third time. Simple Simon.
It's quite difficult being Jamaican these days. Like, we didn't qualify for the World Cup,
It's not your fault.
and we have to watch everybody else playing.
It's Raheem Sterling's fault he didn't qualify. You know?
People that are people that are playing in this World Cup that almost playing like they don't deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I'm just saying.
I don't think they play that bad.
Soko,
hey, soko.
Are you saying you're not in the World Cup like you're not half Nigerian?
Well,
You were in the World Cup.
I don't know about that team there. I don't know.
You got
about
one
it.
foot in, one foot out.
I
bruh.
don't know about them.
So you just renounced them.
I'm watching Senegal, bruv.
Most of them are Igbo as well. Anyway, soko. They are. Soko.
We also have Big Wahala.
Soko. I'm in the building, people. Big Wahala. What's good?
Mr. Wolf is not around. He's probably drowning his tears after the Nigeria loss with some stout or something. So big up, Mr. Wolf.
It's unfortunate. We almost shot ourselves in the foot, man.
Almost.
Well, we did. We had the own goal and then we gave away a ridiculous penalty for no good reason. But what can you do? In Africans, we do things that, suffer and smile. That's what we do.
Suffer and smile.
That's
I don't want to live by that at all, boy.
Hashtag suffer and smile.
You know how deep that song is? Do you know how deep the meaning of that song is?
Of course.
Every day my inside boss suffering and smiling. You know how deep that meaning of that is? And for me, it signifies Africa so well. Africans suffer every day with different shit.
But we are still smiling.
Always smiling and praising God.
Amen.
The same God that is giving you the trouble is the same God you are praising. But anyway,
Let us continue.
Those are the views of Big Wahala.
that's right. Suffering and smiling.
Can I tell you guys a quick story about a very, very quick thing?
Listen up, I got a story to tell.
I was in Cockfost's station and I was walking towards the train, and beside me there was a dude. He had a bit of luggage. I don't know if he was going to Heathrow or whatnot, but he had a red hat on the America Great hat on. Now,
Yeah, the MAGA hat on.
yeah, and I'm telling you, I've seen it on TV. I've seen people talk about it. I saw Kanye wearing it, and I've shrugged my shoulders like near enough every time.
You just beat the phone.
Sorry, I did one uncle thing. Go on.
And when I saw it in the flesh, I looked at this person, and he might as well have had a white hood on his head.
Wow.
No, it was that deep. It's like I felt it. It's like,
Did you think he called you?
Did he look at you and like?
no, he was minding his own
what you
business.
looking at?
He didn't look like he was from around there. He was minding his own business, like he was.
He looked like he was from around here.
Yeah, and I was just like,
It's gonna be
I actually stopped in my tracks.
Did you think
and
he was
just
going to ask you to carry his bags?
stood there and looked at
Did he
this dude.
spit tobacco?
You know, he's just joking about this. I'm telling you that I felt traumatized
You're
by
going to carry my bags, boy.
by the red hat.
Did you punch him in his throat?
No.
So then, what are you telling us this for?
Should I punch him in his throat?
He's wearing a MAGA hat. Deal with his case.
No, I don't see that you have to deal with a man's case because he's wearing a mug hat. What's that got to do with
Come
my
on,
life?
man. I want
So you try and sit down with him and have a summit.
I don't need to do either one. I don't need to go to extreme violence. I don't need to sit down and talk with you either. I can just acknowledge the fact you're doing something and
Why is he wearing it in the UK though?
talk about it in the podcast. Well, because it's being shown, in it. You know, in Maidstone, they sell it up there, innit?
Oh yeah. He might even know what he's doing. He might not even know what he's doing. Some people might just be buying a hat because it was in the. He might be a charity person, bought it in a charity shop.
Maybe that bag was his wasn't his luggage. Maybe it was his whole belongings because he's a.
How did his clothes look? Did he look somewhat disheveled?
I can't remember that.
You know what? Let's stop
actually a
giving
couple of months
excuses for
ago.
white people, man. He's
I'm not
racist.
giving excuses. I'm
No,
saying
I am.
I'm saying if his clothes were slightly disheveled, he might be a Kanye fan.
No, I'm giving him. It's true.
Yes.
What do you think about Kanye's new promotion for his? Is it his shoes?
Yeah.
That's why I don't even know what the promotion's for. That's how you know. It's
I'm
a very good promotion. I don't even know what you're selling.
I'm saying this. Yeah.
I just saw this.
It's a straight. No, I don't even care about that one. It's a strange promotion. But have you seen the one where the woman's on the floor, like face down, ass up?
No.
That's the same porn star. Innit?
Is it a porn star? I thought that was Kim K.
No, it's
No.
a porn star. Porn star.
One
Well,
of
it's
these-
not that much different.
One looks like Kim K.
Soko.
It's Kim. Slightly Kim Kardashian's a porn star though.
Wait,
She
hang
is.
on, go on.
All right, so Kanye West has released these Boost Yeezys trainers last week, and he had a campaign. And in the campaign, he had many pictures, but it was the same thing. Everybody was like in front of a grey background or something like that, anyways. But they either wearing very little or very bland clothes, like a t-shirt and shorts, and they're wearing these trainers, or they're naked. Some of them are naked. A couple of the naked ones, I think the naked ones were the porn stars, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, you see a couple of them standing side by side. One of them does look quite similar to Kim,
Yeah.
but it's not Kim. And yeah, the one that was on her knees or whatever, facing forward, is one of their two porn stars, anyways.
That wasn't on her knees. She's face down, ass up. Her position is fantastic. The only ever time I've seen it that good was the final episode of Insecure season 1.
Ooh.
All right, people want to know about your Hotep porn, by the way.
They want to know about my Hotep porn.
Yes, everyone heard it at the end of the.
I did go looking for it as well.
Did you see it?
But I didn't find that one. I found others.
You found yeah. Tribute to a king. That's what you have to look for.
Alright, I will look for it.
Tribute to a king, bro.
Guys,
I was called a Hotep misogynist, by the way.
What does
In
that
fact,
mean?
no, sorry, we were called a Hotep misogynist.
What does that mean?
Who's we?
by who?
People on the podcast, a listener, a new listener.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
we'll get to that soon. Let's see what Wilder's got to say.
Remember yesterday I said to you guys, okay, so me and Stav went to go see Jay-Z and
A little
Beyonce
bit.
yesterday, yeah?
You went
Yeah, we went to this concert.
raw.
With our women's.
With our women, yeah. For me, it was an alright concert, but it was not a Jay-Z concert. It was more of a Beyonce concert.
So what? Both of you,
Beyonce featuring Jay-Z.
both of you remortgaged your houses, yeah?
I didn't pay. My missus bought these concerts.
Jeez.
My missus bought these tickets,
What?
and she bought tickets for other people. I just gave them away.
Is that how she's moving?
I said clearly we need to look at our finances. If you could be buying these tickets,
Yeah, around that.
I just give them away.
I got tickets for you, tickets for you, tickets for you.
She
When
might
my
as-
missus
she might
told
as
me
well
how
have
much
done
these
that.
tickets cost, I almost dead. On the spot there, almost dropped down. But yeah, man, I've been to Jay-Z concerts before. I prefer going to a Jay-Z concert because what he did basically was give us the commercial songs that the people that Beyonce's fans would know, basically. Yeah. So it wasn't for me. But I said something. I don't know if Stav heard me. Yesterday I said, Jay-Z hasn't cut his hair. And you remember I said why Jay-Z don't cut his hair?
I heard what you said, because Yeah, anyway, I heard you said that you reckon he might be making an album because Jay-Z doesn't cut his hair when he makes an album.
So straight off the press, coming from your missus, actually, she just sent the link and I saw it on my watch. I said, "What's this?" Jay-Z and Beyonce just released an album, just now, just come out now.
Look at my brother though, the super fan.
I'm telling you,
this is why every time we talk about Nas, you must include Jay-Z's
Bun Nas, innit? Bun Nas, the false prophet.
I was gonna rubbish it and be like, he just released an album. Why would he be making a new one?
The Cutters, they got an album. It came out just now.
I mean, they've got 5 songs on it.
It's got 9 songs on the album.
Oh, 9, raw.
So you've really been onto Tidal.
How many are his and how many are hers? Huh? How many are his and how many are hers?
It's the same songs. It's one's called Summer. Second one's called Ape Shit.
Okay, we don't need a track list.
You know what? We might be the first ones to be able to talk about it.
But by the time this comes out,
everybody will know about it. Yeah,
they will all know about that album.
Just know that I said it, innit? But yeah, so they come out with a new
album.
All
right, that's good because I didn't know about the album, and he did say this. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. So all right, well done for catching that
news.
So yeah, the Jay-Z Beyonce concert is, boy, I'm too old for these stadium concerts.
Why? What happened now?
Bruv, I can't stand up again.
Yeah.
I tried to stand up for it was deep. I was in pain.
Where was it? Your knees or your lower back?
Everywhere. I did legs the day before like a fool. So I was in pain.
So you were suffering.
We were there early as well so we can try and get a place for my missus to be able to stand and watch. Bruv, I was in pain.
Where was it? At the Olympic Park, right?
Yeah, at the Olympic Park.
That's the London Stadium.
Yeah, man. And it's a different crowd now, man. When I went to this concert, I didn't know that people were like this. Like, they don't watch the show.
They watch the monitors, isn't it? They watch the big screen.
They don't watch the monitors.
They're on their phones.
They watch their phones.
All they do is put up their phones so no one else can see behind them. That's all they were doing. Yesterday, I almost had to wrap up a couple people as well. Our missus almost had to wrap up a couple people as well. Stav was bullying people apparently. I was being a normal good person and not bullying yesterday. I told my missus, if I was with the man them now, we'd be bullying by now because we would have just pushed our way to the front because these people are just doing a foolishness. But I said, because you're here and I want to be a nice, normal behaved person, I'm not going to bully anyone. So we will stand in a nice.
That's exactly the reason I did it.
Let's be a respectable couple.
No, because I don't want to be bullied. There's people that have slept there from all morning to go and get in front. I can't just be bullying them into going in front of them.
Yeah, I can.
Steep.
Yeah, but who asked them to go sleep there?
Yeah, but they did it, innit? They got their spot.
Or they out of towners?
They got their spot. They came in early enough to get that spot. I shouldn't be there going to go and bully them out their way. I think I'm not a fan of bullies, and I don't like bullies.
I don't like the term bully.
But that's what you did.
No, because
you know that person can't do nothing to you, so you did it.
No.
What did you do? I need to know now.
We didn't get there early. We got there late-ish. So we walked in. It's a strange thing as well because we had tickets to go to the good part, but we didn't know where we were going, so we went to the back. So we're at the back, and I'm figuring, all right, there's this crowd, and I'm telling the missus, "Do you want to go to the front?" And then, like the last concert we went to was the Afro Republic, and that one was even though there was a lot of people there, they kind of let you move kind of forward and backwards, and we didn't try and make our way to the front, so we never tried. Whereas with this one, once we got to a certain point, you could see it was just a mass of people. And I'm thinking, well, do you want to get to the front? Because she can't see nothing. And there's no point in you going there. You pay all this, like, it's big money, and you don't see nothing. Yeah, you got the stage there, but she couldn't see the people on the stage, just the screen. So she's like, yeah, I would like to go forward. That's all right and cool. Hold my hand. And I just started walking through the crowd, that's all. And once I got to a certain stage, I was like, is this good enough? You want to go closer? Because now we're so close that it's very, very tight. And she said, yeah. Well, I saw a couple of people that we gave tickets to. We saw them, my niece. So she grips us up. I said, okay, you coming with us? I said, yeah. So now it's 4 of us. Carnival style. We're walking. Get to the point where I stopped, and they've decided they're going to keep going on. So my missus has now taken charge. And she has now, when she moved forward, that's when all the arguments started. Not necessarily with her, but a couple of the other girls we were with. And then one dude tried it with me. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, sorry? Where are you going? I had to look at him and say, he said this to me. Like, where are you going? And I just had to laugh and say, have a good day, bruv. And just walked past because I'm thinking, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why you want to fight me? We're in a bloody concert. Just bloody sit down and let me do what I'm doing. Yeah, but you're pushing him out of the way. I'm going forward. Going forward in a place where he has kept his position. There is no this is my spot. Only I can stand in his spot.
There is.
You went past him.
How is there?
There is. If you're standing in the spot, it's your spot.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to stand where you're standing. I'm going past you.
Yeah, but
I'm not looking at you, dude. I'm looking past you.
Yeah, but you're moving him to do that.
Yeah, but he's
Off
going to
of
go
his
back
spot.
into
Yeah,
his place, isn't he? He's going to go back into his
How you know
spot.
the people in front of him is not his people then?
I don't care who the people in front of.
That's
I
what I'm
don't care.
saying, bully.
That's not
I
a
don't
bully.
think it's... I wouldn't call it
I am
bullying.
not walking into this space and I care what you're doing. I'm not there to care about you.
Yeah,
What did I just tell you?
yeah,
My
right
wife.
that way.
No. What did I just say? My wife is there.
My wife.
She wants to see what's going on. I don't care about what anybody else wants to see. And if that's wrong, then that's wrong.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm going to do. I'm there to look after
Tell
my
the women
wife.
off in their pant now because of this.
No.
Alpha male.
I am there to look after my wife. I'm not there to look after
Oh my God, Steph is such a male.
the tens of thousands. No, I'd probably call it some misogynist side. I'll probably get insulted for somehow. This will be the wrong thing to say. I don't know how, but this will be the wrong thing. Like, she can do it herself. Who are you to look after? I don't know. But that's my job. So if she wants to see, then it's my job to go forward. We got to the front. Tutu, she's like, it's too hot here. And she went back. We left my niece there in our bedroom.
After
we
all
went,
that, after all that,
like I said, he's heard up that did that last push right to the front. Anyways, so we went to the back. And then Tutu's, I'm like, because the girl that we were with said, you could get to the other side because everyone over there has got the same colour bands as you. And I was like, okay, whatever. We go to the back. We're there for a good half an hour. And then I said, are you sure we can't go over to that bit? Because she said, I don't know. I said, stay here. I went around. I had to walk around for 10 minutes. Because we could go right to the front. I had to go right to the front. And then eventually they're like, yeah, you can come in there. So go back and find her and go back to the front. So, and there was so much more space there. And you're closer as well.
Yeah, they were properly close.
so you had like the IP tickets then.
I don't know.
No,
I don't get it.
I don't think you got them quick enough.
Yeah,
I
think she got them earlier. So I don't think she spent more
sure?
on the. I don't think she spent more on
I'll
this
tell you
than
what.
she did on the other ones. I don't think she got them.
Yeah, I
before.
think if you had the advanced tickets,
I'll tell you what. Go to the hospital, get them to do a scan, make sure you got both your kidneys. Yeah.
She took them when I was sleeping. They weren't that expensive, anyways.
Yeah, for me, it was
What do you count as what's an alright? Simple. What's an expensive ticket?
Did it go over a ton?
No. Well, with all the other stuff, it was probably around it.
just under a ton. Literally just under.
It's a lot, man.
But
Anything over £50 for me is too much.
But like I said, she bought 6.
And let me tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now, yeah? That Jay-Z Beyonce concert don't hold a bar to the Wizkid concert in Rabbit Hole. Not even a little bit of a bar.
You went to that as well?
Yes. I went to that and I was singing like I was one of them bitches that sing at the Beyonce concert.
And
So
I can vouch for this
singing,
because
but
he was sending videos.
I was singing, but I was you should see me. I was there, proper singing. Everything Wizkid was singing,
Super
I was
fan.
singing.
So
I'm not even a super fan of Wizkid. I like Wizkid
I know
a lot,
about this.
but I was singing because he was that good and he has so many hits.
He's got
And
bangers.
And he just kept on saying, "This is the problem, man. I have too many hits," and he was just one after the other.
He's got
One
bangers.
after
He
the
has
other.
got bangers.
One after the other, and I was like, "Bruh." For me, it was like a rave. I haven't been raving before. I don't know the last time I've been raving. That was like a rave for me.
Can I tell people, like, don't invite me to any more raves, please?
Who's inviting you to raves?
Some people that are
People are still inviting you to raves.
ones that have met me in the last few years. Yes.
I can't believe it.
Well, we got a mutual friend that's invited us somewhere.
I don't know who that is because I haven't got the invite.
Well,
And don't invite me.
And yeah, I might have to go there. So anyway, but let me not mention names. So that was my MAGA hat story. And do you want to extend anything with the Jay-Z and Beyonce, or that's your?
Nah, man. I just wanted you to know first and foremost that the album was out. I think we should go over to the Nas album because it's been released now.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about music. Well, first of all, before we talk specifically about the Nas album, are you happy with this 7-track every week? Because I am. I like it. It's like I'm looking forward to the next album thing every week.
I am happy with it. Am I going to listen to Tiana's one? I don't know. But
I am going to listen to it. It's like it's part of the.
But seven tracks is enough for me to decide. You know what? If I don't really listen to you now, I might listen to you because it's only 7 tracks.
And if it's good, then it can be good.
So what are your thoughts about this? Because, all right, Jay-Z did 10. And
Jay-Z did 9 and then did the extra 3.
what, on 444?
I think it's 9, yeah.
No, it's 10. 10 tracks.
I will check. Continue talking.
It's like a box set album, bro.
Yeah, so like, it's, I'm like, why? He done 10. And I was thinking, how are you going to get away with an album with 10 tracks?
But that's what you used to have back in the day, though.
Mm.
When classic albums come out, like Illmatic's got like 10 songs on it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 10 or 11 songs on it. Illmatic hasn't got that many songs on it at all.
I'm like, 10 songs?
Ready to Die, I don't know how many, maybe about 13.
Because I'm used to,
13 or Ready to Die.
because the time that I'm used
13 or
to
14.
is most of them had like 14.
Yeah.
Like, that was normal. So when this one comes out and it's at 10 on there, I was thinking, okay.
It's more like an EP, innit?
Yeah, like, well, it's not, because apparently an album is more than 20 minutes of music.
Jay-Z's was an album. These other good music ones feel like EPs to me.
More than 20 minutes, and it's more than 20 minutes and more than 5 tracks. more than 20 minutes and more than 5 tracks is what they classify as an album. So I was like, when the Jay-Z done the 10 with 444, I was like, oh, okay, all right, you can get away with that kind of thing. And these lot now gone to 7. I'm thinking, but again, I guess we don't pay for them the same way we used to.
I'd rather have good 7 than a 12 and 3 mediocre.
But they're doing 7 because they've got such a back catalogue of music, or they've got such a lot of music that they just put out 7.
The reason I think this 7 is happening now is because Kanye is producing near enough all the songs, and he can only do so much in so much time.
And he said 7 is a good number. Apparently he was saying that 7 is a good number. He thinks 7 is the best number to do, so he's doing 7.
Because he's done way more than...
Exactly. So all the 7 is the best number. I think he's just like, there's only so much I can do.
No, I'm saying he's done way more than 35 tracks.
Well, he did his whole album again.
Yeah, exactly. He's done way more than 35 tracks. Like, if you go to him now and say beats that are finished, he's got more than 35 beats that are finished for this cycle that he's done. So it's not about not having enough time for it. He specifically chose the number 7.
No, because he has that many tracks. I don't think he has that many tracks for all of the people that he's doing stuff for.
I think that he's the 7 is because he wanted 7, and he thinks that that's a long enough time period for people to listen to it, and they will continue to listen to it. I think there was a reason behind his madness. I think Pusha said it somewhere, but I can't remember.
Yeah, he did it in an interview or something.
But yeah, I'm happy with the 7s. I'm happy with the 7s every week. I'm glad that it gives you some form of anticipation, innit? And what's the next album going to be like? Is it going to be better than Push's album? Is it going to be better than Cuddy's album? Is it going to be better than Ye's album?
It's not better than Push's.
Are we agreeing that Push is the benchmark right now?
Pusha is the benchmark.
The first one released out of the set so far. We're on week number 4 out of 5, and number 1 is the best Pusha. So number 1 was Pusha, number 2 was Kanye, number 3 was
Kanye
and Cuddy. And number 4 is Nas, which we can now talk about.
Nasir,
executively produced by Kanye. 7 beats by Kanye, I think.
Yeah.
All right. And what do we think?
I think Kanye seems to be doing a great assist at the moment. So like his beats on other people's albums are great, but the beats on his album I didn't like. I didn't like the beats on his album. I didn't like the beats on him and Cody's album.
Oh, I like the one with him and Cody's album. But the worst beat I like, the worst song on that is the one that actually Andre 3000 produced for me. Kissy goes sometimes. That one I'm not really a big fan of that.
Okay.
It's very much like the old school album. It's like an old school hip hop album. The Nasir album, yeah. I think it's not. You know, you got all these new school beats and this new school music. It's got a good few classics. That's like, yeah, I remember this back in the 90s.
The only one that I can say that fits that bill for me really is the kids got
the last song.
Yeah, the last song was the worst song for me.
Well, that's the one that had the old school.
Like, at the moment, I've only been out for a day and I already don't listen to 3 songs.
I've stopped listening to it already.
I bootleg, so I don't even know what the tracks are.
Yeah, I just
so
heard it once.
The songs that I listen to at the moment is Bonjour.
Once was enough.
Which is
Everything.
That was not a fan of.
Everything.
Yeah, everything is. I like.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
And is it the White Label? Those are the 4 I listen to. The other 3 I don't listen to. So the first song I don't really listen to anymore.
Weren't feeling Bonjour.
The second song, the one with Kanye West, it's okay. I know it's a good song, but I don't listen to it anymore. It's a one timer for me. After I've heard it the first time, I don't need to hear it again. And then the last song I just think is unnecessary.
It wouldn't be classed or labelled as a classic album. It's just it's a decent album.
People are telling me this album is better than 444.
Who said that? Who said that?
Bruv, there's a whole thread on I'm talking to people on FB and they're telling me that it's better than 444. 52 weeks later told me that it's better than 444. Man like Saddam Gaddafi, big up Saddam Gaddafi, told me it's better than 444. Man like Franco with his dodgy foot and eye or whatever he's got, telling me that he's better than...
None of these people are Nigerian.
Ban him. Ban Franco, because Franco was cussing me, telling me that I don't know what about Jay-Z. Look at his foot. With his Crocs.
How can anyone say that's better? What kind of nonsense is that? What is he talking about in the album?
But, bruv, I don't know. For me, I was saying this, yeah. For me, this is nothing new for Nas. Nas just comes on and spits his lyrics. The lyrics ain't bad. The lyrics ain't special, though. They're nothing special. What he's saying is the same thing he always says, and it's not even better than he normally says it. So
I'm sure there was a history lesson in one of the tracks.
But every Nas album has he's the same formula. He has a song where he says... what I said about him today is that Nas is an encyclopedia. Yeah?
Yeah.
He just tells you facts. Random facts that don't necessarily mean anything to the track or whatever. He would just say random facts within a song. Yeah?
Yeah.
That is meaningful. But if you ask him, or if you say to him, what do I know about Nas by the end of this song? You might not know anything about him. But he's giving you so many different facts.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
Okay.
Whereas I said, for me, about now, I want you to do something different. I want you to come, even if you're going to spit these bars about Egyptian kings and Kemet and all of this stuff, yeah? Right? I want you to do it differently. I want you to give it in metaphor form. I want you to make me think 4 times harder about how or what I'm looking, underlining the lyrics. He's very punchy in the face with the lyrics. So he'll tell you, you know, what did he say about the black president? I never thought I'd ever see a black president that I'll be proud of. Or that would be proud of me or something like that, yeah? Or a president I'll be proud of. Yeah. Stuff like that. Nice lyrics, nice bars. I like to hear that type of stuff. But then I also want to hear metaphors. I'm an MC type person, yeah? Nas, I know, can do it because on Illmatic, that's what he was doing. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
I shot my mom. Those types of lyrics. I want to hear those types of bars from Nas again, man. And he doesn't do those bars anymore. He's more of a case of just says things.
So do you think that he's
same flow as well? By the way,
he's tuned to his audience? Is that what you think's happening?
His audience is he's one of those people like Nas and Tupac have the same thing. They have die-hard fans that will forever ride with them, whether they come up with the most rubbish or not. They are going to be their idols. Illmatic made Nas a god to people. Like he's a god. They call him God MC.
Yeah.
He's a god to certain people, and he will never be looked at otherwise. Doesn't matter what he releases. Doesn't matter how bad his albums have been in the past. Illmatic will always be. You was 19 or however age you came, and you came up with that classic, and that's my favorite album ever. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm still not a fan of.
I feel Illmatic classic. I listened to it the other day, and I was just like, I don't even understand how this little boy made this album. Yes, how good it is. The production is so good. Just please, just go back to Primo and Pete Rock and let them do your album. But anyway, that's here nor there. So I think with regards to this, again, for them to be telling me that this is better than 444, again, I just think to me, you're just saying it because it's not.
I think let me not be too controversial, but
not be hasty.
I think if I was to go back to Life Is Good and get the 7 best songs on that, it'd probably be better than this.
Big up Rants and Bats. He did the same thing as you. He said Life Is Good is better than this.
Is that okay? Because that had some good songs in it. I just think it just wasn't a whole good wicked album.
Life Is Good is,
but the songs that were good, like the one he's talking about his daughter, the one he's talking about his wife. At least that one he was talking about his life, he was expressing stuff.
Exactly. Life Is Good is his 444 in a
kind of way. Yeah.
But it just wasn't as good. But I don't know, man. For me, it underwhelmed me because it was meant to be Kanye, the best producer in the world.
I think that's what everybody was looking at.
The best MC in the world. Coming
collaboration
together.
will be
finally
fantastic.
He's got the best beats in the world.
Yeah, because
his album will be fantastic.
Consistently, what we say about Nas, since the first album where he had, Large Professor, he had Premier, he had Pete Rock, he had the best producers in the game on his first album. All right,
so sweet.
Then as he continues on down his album, he doesn't get the best producers. I mean, Salam Remy, who usually has along, is wicked, but he'll do a song or something. Primo is wicked, he will do a song or something. He doesn't have consistent wicked producers. He can't pick good beats. It's why Charlemagne says, I wish Rick Ross was an executive producer on Nas's albums, because whenever you hear Nas and Rick Ross on the same song, it's always wicked because the beat is wicked. And it seems that both of them like rise to the challenge for each other. Rick Ross, because I'm a big fan of Rick Ross, and I know a lot of people they look down on him, but I keep saying all the best rappers, all your favorite rappers, or the ones that are gods, they all rap with Rick Ross. They're all happy to go bar for bar with Rick Ross, and he holds his own on every single one of them songs when he's with all of them. Nas, Jay-Z, Dre, whatever. He holds his own with all of them.
Push said he likes Rick Ross. I was listening to him on Drink Champs the other day. He said, I like Ross. People like Ross.
Rappers like Ross because he picks good beats, and you can, anyway, that's Ross. We don't need to talk about Ross. But what I'm saying is that, what Hala was saying is that Kanye West is one of the best producers of our time. Whatever you might like about him or don't like about him, you can't really argue his prowess behind the board. And you were thinking, wow, finally he's gonna get an album with good beats. And I think the beats were just alright.
There's some classic beats in them.
You think they were classic beats?
Everything is a wicked song. But again, I don't care about Nas's bits in the song. I only care about Dream and Kanye's bits in the song. Nas's bits is there, and I like Nas's bits, but the bits that get me is the Dream and Kanye versus.
That is the one bits where I'm saying if you heard that in an arena, it will be wicked. Like it'll be so much better. I said Kanye now produces for arenas.
Yeah,
He doesn't produce for the boom bap. So like, there is that one song. I think it's the last song or the one before last. Where that's a boom bap. You put that on your headphones or in your car, and you're nodding your head.
Adam
Like
and Eve.
it's that video that was being sent around where everyone was just nodding their head, scrunching up their face. That's what hip hop used to be.
Adam and Eve, you wanted to talk about.
Okay, maybe I'm not sure, but
ding 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 ding.
yeah. You're just gonna nod your head for that. 10 years down the line, you might. I don't think that's a song you can listen to all the time. You can't. But 10 years down the line, you're gonna put that song on. Somebody's gonna play it on the radio. You're gonna remember, and you're gonna scrunch your head and nod your head again. That's what you're gonna do. Whereas the song you're talking about, was it Everything?
Everything.
When you hear that in a stadium, if because I don't know if he does those massive arenas like we went to yesterday. Yeah,
I don't know if Nas does arena
But
tours again.
because we said that Jay-Z did and Beyonce did Forever Young. That's the last song they did on their show, and we both kind of agree that that's one of Jay-Z's worst songs, if not the worst song. I don't think it's actually the worst. It's one of the worst.
It's one of the worst.
Yeah,
It's
it's one of the
top
worst.
3.
All right, but in the arena, it sounded wicked because everyone had their lights on. It was dark, and
It sounded wicked
No,
because of Beyonce.
It's a everybody song.
Nah.
It's a song that everybody will listen to and say, "Oh, I can relate to and listen to."
Bruv.
It's a cater song.
I've seen him do that on the stage through video, and I still don't like it. But when I was there in the arena, all of a sudden it's like, this song makes sense now.
I get it now.
Beyonce made it make sense.
Yes, she was very
Because
good. Yeah.
Chris Martin's on the original. And I don't care for Chris Martin so much.
Is it Chris Martin?
Yeah.
Or is it the other dude that?
No, Coldplay.
It's not Chris
I
Martin.
don't think it's Chris Martin.
I thought it was Chris Martin.
No.
He's beached it. Sorry,
It's the one that Kanye. It was on Kanye's album.
Yeah,
was on Kanye's label.
Some German guy.
Mr. Something. Mr.
Mr. Something. Yeah, Mr. White.
Yeah, so it's him that.
White
so
boy.
yes, Beyonce was
Mr. White Boy.
Beyonce tore it up.
He was
Yes,
like, "Baby young." I said, Beyonce.
because the singing bit now is actually better than the rap.
Oh yeah, Beyonce. The woman's too effortless. She just sings too effortlessly, man. And
Yeah, she
and
was
Uncle
sitting down
Jay-Z,
a couple of times,
Uncle
boy.
Jay-Z can't keep up with that. He can't keep up with that at all. You can see that he is like he was 1 minute. This is 1 minute in the show. He was actually looking at his wife, and I could see this man is in awe of his wife. He was looking at her like. He was actually looking at like I don't know what to say. I can't actually say what you're doing right now. I'm in awe of it.
You forget how many songs they have together, you know? Because I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to talk about the concert too much for anybody that might want to go. Don't want to spoil it for you.
I think they do different shows every night though.
Spoil it first again. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, but we didn't say what set
happened
they did.
next
We didn't say
was-
what songs they did really, how they did it,
And here's a set list.
what the stage was like.
Let's
So-
go back to
The
the
last
Nas
song was.
So let's wrap up with Nas,
Let's go back to
because to be honest, I think Nas is a decent album, and I don't think it's actually worth that much talking about.
Quick question.
Hashtag Pusha T.
Quick question.
Daytona.
If Nas was on the Pusha T album, as in Pusha T wasn't on there, but he had those beats.
No.
And Nas is on Push's beats.
Nas can't rap as
No.
good as Pusha anymore. And I'm not talking about lyrics. I'm talking about go back, listen to Nas, and listen to how he flows over the beats.
Same flow, man.
No,
Yeah, his flow is pretty much the
off,
same.
It's off. It's not even on rhythm. It's like some of them beats. It seems like Kanye,
Pusha's
like he
flows
rapped
are
over a
same.
different beat.
Yeah, but Push is different.
Push's flow is
just
the
Push's
different.
flow is the same, yes, but he raps over the beat
So well.
well.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nas actually raps over the beat so well. Nas has the words, and in this one, like my brother said, in this one is a bit repetitive, but still, I'll allow it. But he doesn't actually ride the rhythm well. And Kanye's now got to the point where, because Kanye used to be a perfectionist, he would do songs 100 times to get it right, and
he can't do that.
Well, now he doesn't do that anymore. Again, if you listen to his songs, it's like he did take one, and he just left it like, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, you ain't got to respect no more. But people are saying that this Nas album is fire, and I'm looking at them like, come on, man. Are you your expectations gone down that bad that you're telling me that this is fire for Nas? Like, who was it that always says that they compare the people to themselves? Is it Joe Biden that always says it? Joe Biden always says, I don't compare artists to other artists. I compare them to themselves, yeah? Because that's the best way to compare an artist. And this ain't better than the old Nas. And it ain't as good as some of even the rubbish Nas. I think it's in there with like the Godsons and I had to go back and look at some of Nas albums because I didn't even know they existed. Like the N-word one, that Untitled or whatever.
They had some good songs on it.
Yeah, but I can't even remember the album, bruv.
Yeah, it had some good songs on it.
Lost Tapes had some good albums.
Lost
Good
Tapes,
tracks on it.
when I talk Nas, I talk 3 albums. Lost Tapes, Illmatic, It Was Written. Those are albums only.
What about
And
Stillmatic?
Stillmatic was okay, but
that was a 5 mic album, you know. That
it
got
was,
5 mics.
but it should never have got 5 mics. Let's be real. They gave him 5 mics because of Ether, which is still a rubbish song. So for me, if you're talking about Ether, Stillmatic, he has some wicked songs in there. So he's got One Mic.
Yeah, that he produced.
Yeah, he's got Stillmatic on there. That's another good song on there. He's got it Made You Look on that other one as well.
Made You Look on Godson.
Okay, so what's the one? The Gun one.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
That's on that album as well.
Yeah, where it goes, it's not the Gun one. It's the one where it goes backwards.
Yeah, that's on that album as well. And then what else is there?
That's a good track, actually.
No, the intro for
That's Stillmatic, isn't it? That's the name. That's the name of the song, isn't it? Stillmatic.
I don't know.
What else is there?
All right, okay. Let's not go into.
But they gave it 5 marks.
We are not a music podcast. My voice is sounding hoarse. And
was you screaming at me, Beyonce?
He was, you know.
I was not. Thank you very much.
He was rubbing his nipple.
I love you, B. I love you. I'm a survivor as well.
I had multiple.
You know when who runs the world, girls? Who runs the world, girls? I was figures.
The man said, "I am a survivor as well."
When Who Runs the World come on, I actually did one B-boy stance and this was screw facing the crowd, boy. I own this.
I had so many people come up to me. Well, not so many, 2. Bruv, cheer up.
Yeah, I got that.
Cheer up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a grumpy bastard because I was complaining throughout the whole show about people doing things that is just actually enjoyment. I was vexed. Like, why are you having so much fun? Why are you jumping up and down in front of me for? Why are you taking out your cameras to take pictures of yourself? Like, I was actually thinking, I'm a grumpy bastard because I'm actually upset because people are actually enjoying themselves at the show. Instead of me to enjoy myself with them, I'm just complaining about their enjoyment.
Let me ask you a question.
Now,
when we was at the back, there was all types of people. Once we got to that front bit, it did seem to be majority white now. Now I'm standing there, and Jay-Z did a lot of old songs. He didn't really do anything from the new album, apart from Story of OJ.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So now, if you know the story of OJ, the first verse at least, it says the N-word, like, multiple at the times. End of every bar, basically.
Yes.
Right? So I'm surrounded by a plethora of white people, a bunch of Jay-Z fans.
They saying the N-word.
I didn't know what to do.
Did he say it?
Of course people are going to be saying it.
Oh, the ones near me didn't say it. Because I looked one of them right in their face when the song came on to say, "Oh, you got to say it." What didn't say it? I said, "I better not hear anybody say this word while I'm I said it out loud. I better not hear anybody say this word while I'm standing here."
You did better than me.
Were they singing it to you, Steph? When they were saying it, were they looking at you?
Yeah. I said, I said, I better not hear nobody sing this word while I'm standing here. I said it very loud.
So you bullied them?
Yes. Yes, Mitch. Yes.
Okay, whether for better or worse, whatever the audience wants to say about me, I saw people. Well, one in particular person, and he was saying it. What would you have done in that situation?
Well, me. Oh wow.
I always say, I mean, as much as I don't like it, what am I going to do? Fight the crowd?
What you say, Tom?
Tommy.
Chasing them rabbit. I mean, them mouses out there, boy. No.
What would you do? I'm going to ask all of you.
I would have looked him in his face like, "Are you mad?"
He was too busy enjoying himself.
Not when I look him right in his grill. I'll be like, "Nah, fam, nah, you can't. You just this is for you to sit down and listen to the song."
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And rock side to side.
But here's the problem. It's not just that one person. I'm saying if there's a bunch of people around you.
No, you have to give well, I did what I said was, I better not hear nobody.
I said they're doing it. So what do you do then? That's what
I looked them in the face. Like, what are you did? Okay, all of them, each and every one of them.
Yeah, okay, they carry on.
Well, then they have to tell them don't say that.
All right, okay. So you tell people don't say it.
There's the problem, though. There's the problem. Like, they put the song out. He knows what the crowd looks like. He's got no problem with them saying it.
I was disappointed in him for singing it. That's how deep it was, but it's in the part of the song.
Listen, him and Kanye drew up niggas in Paris 13 times.
But it hasn't actually got the word in it.
What's that?
The word itself is not in the chorus, it's not in anything, it's not something for them.
It's in the song.
It's in the song.
But where?
In the song, though.
It's in the song.
Where? Of course. Not like
it doesn't. It's part of the verse. It's in the verses. It's not part of the chorus. No.
I don't think he. Because I was listening to it yesterday, trying to look for the word as well, thinking
what rapper is not saying the N-word in any verse?
No,
don't lie to me.
In any verse, but I don't think it was. It's not prominent in the song.
I just said that. Do you listen?
Yeah, but no. Okay, all right, buddy. Sorry. Sorry, I know you've been through enough.
Oh my God.
Continue, simple.
No, that's not. So I'm saying, if the man's out there, he knows what he's doing. We're always ready to tout this man as a genius. So he knows what he's doing. So if he knows what he's doing and he's all right to do that, then what's your beef?
He has no problem with the word because he had a discussion with Oprah one time. Oprah was like, "You need to stop saying the word," and he's like, I don't feel like I have to stop saying the word." He says that's the worst thing about Jay-Z. He believes that foolishness about is turning the word positive or whatever.
Reclaiming it.
Whatever that rubbish.
Okay, so simple. You're not doing anything either.
Who, me?
Yes.
If they're saying it anywhere.
Yes, hundreds of people around you saying it.
If they're looking at me,
they're paying no mind to you. They're singing, they're enjoying themselves in the concert.
What can you do, man? What can you do?
Yeah, that Ras, I disrespect you.
That actor?
Should have showed him the sign, brother.
I'd probably start a fight, but I'll.
Really?
Yeah.
Gangsta not live.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Why are you singing the word for? Why are you singing the word for? I would create a ruckus.
Too much
The thing is, I don't think like it's going to be a mass brawl, so I don't think you'd even get beat up. That's the point. It's just the principle of you can't sing this word. I'm here. It's a disrespect to me, so I'm going to fight you.
If they're singing it and someone is singing it to me like they did to you, looking at you saying, no,
I said they weren't doing that. Why are you making stories?
Because we're Nigerians. That's what we do.
So what happened was they stood in his face. They said, "I know what song is coming next. I was there last night, and I'm going to sing it in your face.
And you're not going to do a damn thing about it."
So
even Beyonce was singing it. Beyonce started to add that word to her repertoire as well.
Yeah, she said it many times. Anyway, so
I wouldn't enjoy it, and I'd probably start a ruckus. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I'm fighting for that because these people might have been to the concert where Kanye was with Jay-Z and they said it's all right for you to say the N-word. So they didn't say because it's called N in Paris that, you know, whatever. But out of their mouths they said during this concert.
Did both of them say it?
I don't remember which one of them said it.
I've got a feeling it'll probably be this full.
Because they said it's all right for you to sing it, does it mean it's all right for you to sing it? Because they gave you the clearance.
Don't sing it.
Am I fighting for that though?
No, I'm saying if they gave you the clearance, does that make it all right?
No.
What if they were singing it to your wife? When she was in the process and she was annoyed with it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Don't bring up my wife. I will Drake you. I will push her you. You get me?
Drake you. I was to say what? Go into hiding.
Man is properly gone into hiding, boy.
No, he's released that video now.
What video?
For was it? I'm upset.
He actually decided that he's going to release that still.
He released a video?
Did you see a photo of him stepping out of a restaurant or something with some woman with a bottom that was just ridiculous?
No, I haven't seen his photo.
This bottom.
You're talking about it on Joe Butters.
That was an anti-bottom.
This bottom looks like it was built to consolidate him.
There was a woman at the Beyonce concert had a bottom like that.
Maybe he's using it for protection.
The bottom was so obtuse that my wife had to tell me, look.
Poor lady. It actually looked like they added it afterwards. You know, like that.
Yeah, my missus pointed at one woman's fake bottom yesterday. She's like, "Look at this fake bottom."
What was she wearing? Because that's what my mom was.
Is she what? Was she white?
Like shortish, like a silverish kind of.
I can't remember, but she had like
you could
huge.
See, and it was wide.
No, it wasn't so huge. It was really wide, and you could see like she had stuck things on the side. Like Play-Doh was stuck on the side of each hip.
Well, I didn't look that closely, boy. I know where my bread is buttered.
Yeah, because I didn't know what it was. My missus told me, look at the fake bottom. I was like, huh? Then she's like, look at the sides, and it looked like you could see like it was stuck on,
like slabs of meat.
If my relationship breaks down, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't understand any of these people anymore. But I don't understand them.
I'm not young enough for the game out here, man. I'll just remarry straight. I actually do arranged marriage straight.
I might just go back to the Nige.
I've said that from day dot. I'll just pick one from the village. You come with us.
You're gonna be the uncle.
Nah, I won't pick a young one. Not that
young one. All right, let's move on to the next subject. We got one sent in. Sorry, I'm still on the album now. All right, I got a question sent in by one of the ladies from Colour Out the Box. I still didn't ask him what that title was for, so if you could let me know, because I want to know. But the question is, it's based on this video, which I don't think I'm not sure you two guys have seen. Where basically it's a date. It's a cartoon that's going around about 2 minutes. So I'm not gonna play it because it's not worthy of playing.
Breathe, bro.
And what happens is, it's a date between a man and a woman, black man and a black woman, and the dude is being very.
He's not saying much.
Yeah, he's not saying much. Very vague.
I didn't watch all of it.
And neither did I stopped because it's like, what's this? This is nonsense. But apparently this is the type of dating experience that a lot of women have, where basically at some point, I think she asked him, so what is it you're looking at in this relation for this date? Do you want serious or not? And he disappears.
Have you seen it?
That's my favorite bit.
Yeah,
So you've seen it. So when he comes back, what does he say?
He's like, what do you say? Like, I went somewhere to go and do stuff or something like that.
Yeah. You know, I had to go and do some stuff, but you know.
And he was talking about if you can't support me, then
I'm back now. But no, this is the bit that made me laugh. He disappears again, and the comes back. It's like, I miss you.
Yeah. That's the bit that smashed it for me. At the end, randomly he disappears after he was arguing with her because I forgot what he was arguing with her about. But then it came to the bit where he says, you know what, I don't want you anymore. See you later. Disappears, and then he comes back and he goes, I miss you. Just randomly, bro.
Alright. So apparently a lot of women can resonate with this kind of dating experience. Now, I asked Wahala before we got recording. Question got sent to us just before. And I said, I don't know how I'm going to answer this question because I don't know anybody like this. And usually I say, I don't know anyone like this. And Wahala usually says, we do know some people like this. But I asked him, brother, do you know anyone like this? And even this time he said, no, I don't think we actually know anyone like this. But the question is, why do guys do this intermittent communication, then disappear, only to reappear when you are living your best life? Now, I cannot answer on my own behalf.
It's coincidence.
Take it away, Simple Simon.
It's coincidence. It's coincidence that when they come back to you, you're living your best life. It's completely coincidence. It's not because you're living your best life while they've come back to you. It's just that's just the way it's turned out.
You don't think they might be watching you?
Why would they do that?
I'm a bit with Websling on this, or the actor these days.
What, that you're gonna waste your time watching?
Certain mans will watch their exes just to see what's going on, and if they see they're doing better, like, she's doing all right. Let me just ping her and see what's good.
Bro, let me tell you who they are.
But why though?
Cause let me tell you who they are.
Because they're opportunists.
They're Lionel Richie.
Hello.
They're Lionel Richie and the crew, bruv. Let me tell you.
Me you're looking for?
Yeah,
stalking blind girls.
Stalking blind girls, man. There. In the end, I think it's like this. A bit like what the actor's saying. Yeah, they, especially when you got a new man. When a man sees a woman's got a new man and he thinks that that's still mine, innit? That's mine, innit? Sometimes he likes to just dash her. What's going on, innit?
Yes.
How you been, man? I see you're doing all right. How you been?
I can understand that one if it's an ego thing. I can understand an egomaniac saying, I thought this was my woman and she seems single. The moment I see her getting a bit too attached to this one person, hold on, she's mine, and getting back in her life to like reclaim what he thought was his.
Them man, I got issues then, bro.
I can see that, but I cannot see, you were upset or you didn't have a job or, you know, whatever in your life. And then now that you have a job and you have your own place and you're happy, I'm going to insert myself into your life.
Hold on.
Why? Doesn't
part of this depend on how they broke up? I didn't realize it was an ex situation. I thought it was just general. But okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is because
isn't this part of this partly would have to do with how they broke up, i.e., the woman broke up with the man.
No,
that's the only reason why I can see why he might still do all this.
No, the defendant will leave a woman and go do his business and then still have claim to that woman. That's not.
I get the claim part. I don't get the comeback when you're living your best life.
You know what? There are some men that actually go out of their way to make women's life miserable. As much as we say that we don't know these, deliberately. Yeah. As much as we say we don't know these, man, there are men out there that are deliberately making their woman's life miserable, deliberately making them depressed, deliberately putting them down, and all of this type of stuff.
This will be the case, but let me ask you a question. Obviously, you do not know, so I'm just asking you to guess what your an educated guess may be.
Okay.
Do you think I'm not even going to go more than half? So it's definitely not more than half. Mm-hmm. So would you say it's like within the 50%, the 40%, the 30%, 10%, 5%?
Of men that did this?
Yeah.
I'll say about 1%.
So this is the thing. Sometimes when things are getting chucked at the fence of you see what's happening, you know, it's always the extremes that get brought to the light. It's the very positive thing or the very negative thing. Everything in the middle kind of like falls into the background. So yes, there are men that go out of their way to make a woman's life hell. But how many men out of 100 or 1,000 do that? It's going to be very, very few.
But it's a bit like the situation, if you want to match it, I know we shouldn't do tit for tat, but how people talk about how certain baby mothers behave with their baby fathers. I
was going to say, you have to go tit for tat on that because there's women that do the same thing that will mess up a man's life. If the man is doing good, they'll come back and see what's happening, what's going on. Hey, what are you saying? And be like, I'm cool. What's happening?
So you're saying that those are a minority report as well. So as in, there's not a lot of women that do that. The same 1% what we're saying.
I would say there might be more women that do it than men.
Oh God.
See, I don't know.
Tit for tat, I'm gonna. All right, so I'll give you a percentage. So I'm just gonna make it easier and say, out of 100 men, how many men do you think go out of their way to make a woman's life miserable?
10.
So that's 10%.
Okay, you talked about doing the coming back thing.
No. Making your life miserable.
Okay, 10.
We'll go through the list.
10, maybe even 15 out of the 100.
Go out of their way to make women's life miserable.
There is men out there that will go out of their way to keep a woman there, especially if they want to keep their woman down, to make them feel like a bad.
Okay,
they do it.
All right, okay. So you
telling them you look like shit, blah blah blah. Remember we were talking about it the other day, where there's men that will tell their woman, you look like shit today, blah 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 blah, and then the woman be depressed.
Yeah, if you want to mention that, but
yeah, there's men out, but if you're talking about that,
I don't think for every 100 men I see, 10 to 15 of them,
you'll be shocked.
You'll be
go out of their way.
Bro.
Okay, this is interesting.
I would be surprised. Yeah, I'd be very surprised.
So okay, do you have a lot of girlfriends?
Yeah, you know how I do.
Okay, so have you ever heard these girls talk about men that have done this to them? I know you know a couple already that have men like this, abusive men.
What kind of abuse are we talking about? Because there's a difference between
mental abuse.
Mental abuse.
Mental.
You can mix it up with physical if you want to, but I'm talking about mentally abusing the person, making them feel like they're not the best. Sometimes they go missing. Some of the women you don't see them for ages.
I'm not going into physical abuse because I actually think that's something different.
Okay, so mental abuse. How many? If you got a rough estimate of 10 girls that you know, how many of them do you think has gone through one man that's given them mental abuse?
Okay, but even then, I still think that's split into two. There is neither of them is good, by the way. So I don't want this stupid argument. I'm not saying anyone is good, but one comes from a place of just somebody not necessarily consciously doing it. I don't know if this makes any sense. They're not. Huh? No, this is what I just said. It's not good. So there's no excuse. I'm not excusing something that's bad. It's bad. So that's the end of it. I don't want to have the argument. Please, no. I don't want to go down these stupid roads.
Bonjour.
Yeah?
Please, no.
Yeah, because it's stupid arguments. I'm saying it's bad. But there are different ways to do bad things. Now, one person... Okay, for instance, I could say something to a woman and upset her. And everyone can say, can you not see what you said is upsetting? And everyone can see it. And I say, oh yeah, it's true, you know. And then I could go out my way to upset that woman by saying the same thing. There's a difference. Whether you like it or not, there's a difference between going out of your way to upset somebody and just upsetting them for other reasons, even if it's the same action. So I'm saying there are men that go out of their way to upset women. I cannot believe that is 10 to 15%. It must be very few. If you're talking about men that are mentally abusive just because they were mentally abused or they have low self-esteem and it's just something that just comes out, they're not even consciously doing it. Yeah. Then I would say, yeah, maybe that's 10 to 15%. But not people that they wake up and it's like, I'm going to make my wife upset today or my missus upset today. Who wakes up and thinks that? Like, I know people do it, but it must be.
There are some mentally disturbed people.
Yeah, yes.
But mentally disturbed people are arguably the minority, right?
No,
you don't think so?
We don't actually know the numbers.
No, but then
there's mentally disturbed. There's clinically mentally disturbed. There's like, you might have a mental issue and you don't express it by telling people, I've got a mental problem.
Yeah, but
you just act it out.
Then there's Liverpool supporters.
So, but what I'm saying is, I'm really much about balance. But if you're saying that there are more than we realize, there's still a minority. Because if there weren't, then the world there would be no sense of order in the world.
Well, my number is still a minority, isn't it? It's not a majority.
Sorry?
The number I gave was still a minority.
It is. It is. I'm not saying that it's not, but
it's a hefty minority.
I'm saying it's still 85% normal. There's this 15%, or was it 50%? Yeah, 50%. Yeah, I think there's a lot of men out there that go out of their way to put down their woman. Whether or not I don't know. I'm not giving all of this. I'm not separating them. I'm just saying there's a 15% of man.
Is that man in all of man, or just man in this geographic location?
I'll say man in just. I don't know all man.
I'm
just going by what I know. What I've noticed.
Put it this way, because we don't know statistics, we can't say it's this percentage.
I'm just talking about, okay, I'll say from the women I know, women I've seen, and women I've heard discussion with, or seen and seen discussions, I would say in my head, of a rough estimate, 15% of men go out of their way to cause their woman problem.
That's crazy.
And come back and cause their woman problem as well.
If you think
higher percentage of men give their woman problem than there are black people in the country.
We need to see how many men kill their girlfriends.
Yeah, because it can
'Cause that
vary. And
percentage is high as well.
if you think about it, between the four of us here, the amount of women that we know and the amount of women that we know that's had issues with their men because their men's been mentally abusive to them.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that any woman,
Okay.
anyone
Have any
of
of you men been mentally abused by a woman?
mentally abused by a woman?
Yeah.
No.
You've been in a relationship with them. You sure? Are you sure?
Describe what you mean by mentally abused.
Insults, put you down, make you feel bad.
No.
These are all the traits of men.
I've had insults from females in relationships.
Because all I'm saying is that I don't want to put anybody's business out there. But if I ask the same question to men and they're really honest about it, forget shrugging it off like, oh, and I could maybe point out an example and you'd be like, oh, that. And I'm like, yes, that counts. If a man did that to a woman, that would count. It's just because it happened to you and you shrugged it off and it was nothing. It didn't mean that it wasn't something.
Yeah, it could be fleeting. It'd be like, your hair looks rubbish today, or anything like that. Just fleeting. But it's still,
of course, then stuff like that. It happens all the time. But I just don't think of it as mental abuse.
But this is because you're a man.
Potentially, or it could just be it's not consistent.
What does that mean?
if it's not every day, if it's not,
If it's a once in a while thing.
yeah.
No.
So once in a while thing for me is not a consistent abuse. It's not a mental abuse. It's I'm cussing you that day.
I don't.
Simple's Rolodex is
off. Unlike the actor, I'm not saying the odd insult once in a while. Like maybe you're like a jokey thing, because my missus is going to say my hair looks bad. I don't count it as mental abuse. It's somewhere in between what you said and what Wahala's saying about a constant thing. It's somewhere in the middle. So they don't always have to be putting you down, but they are putting you down. Yeah. They don't. It's like you're going for a job and they're like, you ain't gonna get that. I don't think you're gonna get that job. Like, maybe go for something else.
Have you seen your CV?
I don't have that.
What have you done to update it at the moment? It could be so many different things.
I don't have that type of stuff.
Oh, you ain't good enough. You ain't good enough.
What? Maybe I am good enough. That's why they don't have to.
No.
Do you get this often, Steph?
No, he's saying that's the comments they're making, not that you ain't good enough.
What's not good enough?
I'm saying these are the type of comments that may have.
Man was ready to fire back.
Of course. Of all times.
You've come already?
Oh, you had that one.
I was like, years.
Sorry, bro.
See, that's your problem. You would have been awake to hear that.
What now? Huh?
Hang on though. On this subject, to the left a little bit. Did you see that Twitter thread? A lady put up a thread saying that she wanted to do an experiment. She was like, ladies, if men had a curfew at 6 p.m, so there was no man out in public after 6 p.m, what would you do? And she put that out there.
That's an interesting question.
It's very interesting.
I didn't see it. No,
they'd be out drinking.
I saw the question. I didn't read.
Huh? The answers surprised me. Like, I want to say I learned something, or at least got another perspective on stuff.
Yes.
To my surprise, a majority of the women,
I'm on the edge of my seat,
in their answers were saying that they would go out for walks in the evening, or they would go out jogging with their headphones on. So simplistic stuff.
Yeah, because that's what I was expecting. Like, women, I can just let my head in and do my thing.
They'd go out and socialize with other women. They'd go out and have a good time.
No, I just think they'll go out without fear of them being raped.
Yeah, or being objectified. Let's not go down the rape road.
No, I'm going down there.
No, it's just objectification.
I'm talking about being attacked and being raped. That's why women are very scared to run in the night.
No, it's not even that. It's it's more of being objectified, not rape. Just men. But what's the
difference between that and daylight? Because women specifically say I'm worried about running in the night.
Yeah, because if no man's out after 6, they can go out.
No, I'm talking about before, not about this 6 o'clock thing. In fact, even the last week, I'm sure that one of them from the Colour Out the Box crew actually said the same thing as well. Like, I don't like running at night because I'm worried to run at night. Yeah, they didn't say they're worried about running during the day. So there's a reason why, because I'm assuming they believe that it's more dangerous to run at night.
Well, the freaks come out at night, don't they?
Exactly. So I think that's probably why.
Okay, what other kind of answers were given?
He's the night.
There was a couple that were saying that they would go out drinking, bar hopping and all that kind of stuff, or what have you. And so there was the element of people that just wanted to be able to behave irresponsibly and not have any
comebacks. That's one thing I would have asked. Would their behavior change? Would they be more brash, outlandish?
What, to each other?
Yeah, just drunk and all over the place and whatever. More careful of what the response would be from men than other women?
I don't know.
I like I said, I was fascinated by the answers, but then there came a point where I was thinking to myself, are these answers the result of, you know, when you can't do something, you say to yourself, man, if I could do that, I would do this. Yeah. Because it's not your reality. So it's like, it's a massive fantasy for you. And then if the actual situation arose, would you actually be happy with that?
Okay. The question I ask now is, if it was the reverse,
Yeah.
and women weren't around after 6 p.m. or
Yeah.
whatever, the same thing, as men, what would you do?
It makes no difference.
That's what I'm thinking.
It makes absolutely no difference.
Some man might wank a bit more often.
What, out in public?
Hold on, it's just the men
no.
are the men are sorry, the women are at home. It's
I
not that
don't-
they don't
I don't-
exist.
I don't
It's
know.
not-
Yeah,
Women's
it's
got-
not, they
women's
don't
got their
exist.
curfew.
They got a curfew. They're just not allowed to
They're
be
not
out
allowed
in
out.
public.
Yeah,
Not
I
out
don't
after
actually
6.
know what they do.
Mans would be in their yard.
Yeah, they'll go back home again.
Mans would be in the yard. That is where mans would be.
I don't think they'll go out.
Couple man might go out.
I'll link up with the rest of the man. Oh, they might go football.
Yeah.
They might play sports or something a bit
Oh, you
more.
know what? We just done some hetero business there. What about the gay guys?
What about the gay guys?
They'll be out as well, innit? Objectifying men.
They don't have the woman problem at all, though.
What?
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, but
to
it's the
me.
same thing that the woman,
Yeah,
the woman asked to think, I'm now having to change the question.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
them.
no, you're right. Right.
So as far as I'm concerned,
Nothing will change.
I don't think anything will change. And them man won't worry about the woman in the first place. So
And I
nothing
think-
will
and I-
definitely
And I
change for
think
them.
that's the point. That's the bigger point.
What's the point?
That the same scenario,
Nothing will change for men.
nothing will change for men at all. And then for women, like, it's a whole new world. It's been whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
You know?
And I think it might change because men won't
Hold
have.
your breath. It gets better.
Bro, you can't breathe.
I know.
So just you don't try to do anything there.
Yeah, so I like, for women, it's like I open a whole new world. Like, it was interesting to watch the thread unfold.
But for men, we would have nothing to objectify. After 6, we're gonna just look at next man.
There.
But do you objectify? Like, do you actively objectify? Do you go out and say, yeah, tonight.
I'm gonna check out 4 women's bonbons today.
I'm going to objectify
I
tonight.
passively objectify.
Man, the answer! Look at his face.
I passively. But hold on. Let's say, for instance, this bowling that we talk about. We used to go bowling every
We
week.
all objectively.
Imagine you going bowling
We all
and you know
passively
no women
object.
that's gonna be there.
Huh?
What?
If you,
What's gonna make any difference to me?
of course, it makes a difference.
I went to go bowling.
Oh, there we go.
So when you go bowling,
So we went bowling, we was going there to look at
No,
women.
I
but
didn't-
you look at women though when you're at bowling.
exactly.
No, I don't think I do. I don't remember even seeing any women at bowling.
Sometimes you want to say the N word.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing
Yeah.
any women at bowling? Is that anything that's prominent in your brain for when we was going bowling?
I'll be honest. Not really.
All right, Stavros. I will speak on behalf of myself. I passively object women all day long.
Yes.
But what's that got to do
When
with bowling?
I'm by myself, when I'm at bowling, when I'm standing beside my wife, all day long.
Yeah,
I
we're
not only
When I'm holding my daughter's hand, walking down the street.
Yeah, no, but you have to
Come on,
You have to understand. You said something about bowling. Yeah, we're not saying that we don't passively objectify women.
But
But
that's my point.
no, you said, like, when you go to bowling, haven't you done it at bowling? And I'm like,
Yeah, but he was just giving bowling as an example of us being out together collectively. We will go bowling somewhere.
I'm
Or
not
go
afraid
out.
to tell you, I'm a scumbag. So yeah, I will. Like, I'm not afraid to.
a scumbag, you know.
So I have looked and I will look.
Let me
That
ask-
is just normal. But what I'm saying to you is, it's not like a conscious thing. So if the women weren't there, it's not gonna be like, oh man, there's no point in me going out because I
No,
can't.
no,
I'm
I'm not saying that,
like,
I'm not
no,
saying
there's
that,
no
I'm not
point
saying
in
that.
going out. But if you were out on road after 6 o'clock and there's no women, wouldn't you not be like, where's all the women?
Yeah, but no, because I know they're not meant to be out, innit?
Okay,
That's what I mean, innit?
I will
you know
ask
they're
you.
not meant to be out, but you're like, there's nothing for me to look at. There's no women.
That's why we said we'll stay in the house.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Us mans is going bowling with all the mans. Yeah, 10 of us.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 bowling alleys, same price, identical, everything. One of them is just going to be all men. No fights, no beef, no nothing. It's just going to be all men though. And another one is going to be a mix. Now, it's not going to change any difference which one we go to. Now, can I ask which one you would choose to go to and why?
I would say
wait.
retract your question and think about your life. You know which one we're going to.
Okay, that's that actor.
I would say, are we going to this bowling as just a chilling out
Yes,
thing, or is it a competition? Because if it's a competition, I don't want the bowling alley with the girl. I want the one that's just the man.
We play and we play to win. So if you want to count that as competition, then that's fine. Yes.
Well, that doesn't care. And I think all 4 know I do not care. Are you going to tell me that I care?
Stavros is just going to
Okay,
pass on.
This is why I like. This is why sometimes I like Mr. Wolf, because Mr. Wolf will clearly tell you, out of everyone here, Wahala does not care. I'm not going.
Mr. Wolf doesn't know you as well as I do.
I think he does. I think at this point in the moment he must do, because simple does. Do you think I would care?
No, I don't think you care enough to make a choice. But if there's a woman, then you might look.
There is no way I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with him. I don't care. Most time I don't even want to go out. But it's true. Don't. I want to stay inside. Like I'm going out to go look. I'm gonna be big. I'm not.
Can you imagine Wahala? You know what I hate about my house? They make fucking windows. I can see outside.
I don't want to talk about. You man's pick the next question. I can't talk with this nonsense.
Do you really think that I will go out of my way to say, yeah, I'm gonna go with the girl?
But the point is, you're not going out of your way. That's the point. It's just an either or.
If the choice was there,
So,
which one would you choose?
I wouldn't care.
Cheese
I
and bread.
don't believe that.
Okay.
Simple.
I'm sure there's been times when there's probably even been there like that, and I probably would have picked any one of them. Is there anyone you want to go to? I don't care.
Okay.
All right. So, interesting one. Nice question. If you could know the exact time you're going to die, would you like to know? If you had to choose between knowing how you're going to die and when you're going to die, which would you pick?
All right. These are two different questions.
Did somebody ask this question?
This is my question, actually. This is something that popped into my head and I thought, it's interesting.
I don't like this asking questions thing. Sometimes we just, if you want to say it, you should just say it.
After you said what you said, I actually don't want to talk about the thing
I want to
anymore.
talk to you after what you said.
So,
I'm really surprised that you think that I'll care.
Yeah, okay. Because my brother that doesn't. Okay, all right, whatever.
This still okay. It's not even like people that have actually said to me, there's something wrong with your hala. He doesn't like women. They even said that to me.
Yeah, when people say this, I think they're chatting rubbish, but because they don't know you as well as I do.
Wahala, would you like to know when you're going to die?
No. I think we should hash this out. I
don't want like literally. I'm saying that I don't believe him, and he's going to say, "Well, this is what I mean. I mean it, and I don't like the fact that you or I'm surprised that you feel I think this way," and it's going to go around in a circle because we're not going to change our minds.
The only reason why I would say to you, it depends on whether it's competition or if it's just a chilling thing, is because I know that if the mans are there and women are there and we're in a competition, mans are going to start misbehaving.
The game won't be the same anymore.
Exactly, naturally. That's the only reason why I asked.
Because we've gone.
So you're saying women are spoiling things? You sexist bastards.
No, I'm saying men around women spoil things.
It becomes an ego straight away.
So
hold on,
and I've noticed it even within myself.
We can't just go and play bowling with women there without.
Well, you're saying that we have to have the women there.
No, but it's even ego if we're going and it's just men, because we still want to be the alpha male on the
yeah,
bottom.
But you want to win, innit? Now you just want to floss when at the same time. Like before, you would just get the strike. Now you have to get the strike special.
Not me.
Loud.
Oh, not you. But yeah, but me, I'm gonna run to the woman.
You have to get the strike loud now and make everybody know that you got a strike.
Why would you want a woman near you anyway? I don't get it.
I just told you I passively object.
So you can look at them, but if you've looked at them already, you can still look at them from the other. Oh, I don't get it.
When you say
you can't look at them from the other aisle if it's just bare men.
You said that you can have two lanes, yeah?
No.
One lane with mans, one lane.
Two bowling alleys, two bowling.
You're not listening.
Venues. One with men.
Oh, the venue, the whole venue.
Yes.
All men.
Oh no, I'm going to the one with girls there as well. That makes boy, man's going into what's it called, the Blue Ocean Club.
What is man talking about?
I told you we should have hashed it out. I told you.
I thought you were talking about there's two different lanes. The lane that you share with men, or the lane that you share with women.
What do I care about that?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm saying. Why would I care?
Because that's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
Listen and stop shouting.
Nah, I'm not going to the Blue Ocean, bro, or whatever they call it.
Blue Lagoon, mate.
That's what I said. I know my brother.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't understand the question.
What's this boy talking about?
Yeah, okay. But even me, I didn't want to go to a boys' school. I don't want to be around man most times. It's nothing.
Why ain't there no women on this podcast? Damn it.
For real. So,
somebody has complained that we don't have a resident woman.
We should have a resident.
That we're not allowed to be a man. Why should we have
a resident woman?
Why do we have to have a woman on the podcast?
I don't care about you lot's opinions. I don't want to know what.
Do you want a woman on the podcast to objectify her?
Everything.
So you can passively objectify.
Not necessarily.
Whoever said that we should have a woman on the podcast. We are a group of friends that just started a podcast together. I don't think we need to include somebody for some sort of sexual balance.
Is that because we ain't got no women friends?
Can I ask you a question?
We have female friends. Some of them, a lot of them don't want to come. There's a couple just this week. There's people that have the women that have come onto our podcast, minus Miss T. How many of them have just been okay? And Simple Simon brought a friend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but most of them is at least I'll say Miss T knows all of us. Simple Simon brought somebody that he knows. So the ones that we know, I've invited women that we all know, and it's you record too late. I don't want to come. Blah, blah, blah. They don't want to come.
Your wife?
So the ones my wife doesn't count.
Okay,
because my wife. But okay, all right.
She's just my wife.
My wife and Miss T.
My wife doesn't.
Most of the women that don't want to be on this podcast every week.
I don't know, but let me ask you a question. You relate?
Well, we got a question.
Okay, so let's go to your question. But we're rolling. That's what I'm saying. Why would you stop a rolling conversation?
Well, go on then. Because Simple Simon, that's why. But
Go on.
Do you think that you treat girls that you find attractive better than the ones you don't?
Good question. I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized that I might, but it's not something that I'm conscious of.
Do you think you find it harder to be friendly with an attractive woman, be less just friends, than you would with somebody you define is ugly in your head?
No.
You think it makes no difference to you?
For me, that doesn't make a difference.
I don't.
Which is weird because I've just admitted to possibly unconsciously treating them differently. But
so you think that you treat different?
I mean, like, I don't think it changes the friendship.
But there may be things you may do differently because of the fact that they're better looking.
I think so. I'm not big enough to say that it's not true. I think so.
I didn't want to answer this question for fear of retribution, but I'll answer it anyway, and I don't care what the consequences are.
Well, you just made it worse by saying all of that. But go ahead. Wait.
Nah, well, it's me, innit?
Everything.
I actively try not to do it.
So you
to do what?
Treat.
Oh no!
The good-looking person better.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So that means you're purposely hard on the good-looking people, motherfucker.
No, I'm purposely hard on the ugly people.
No, why
so
would
you
do
think
that?
you think you'll treat the good-looking person
Better.
worse?
No, I treat the good-looking person better.
But you just said you try
I'm
your best
hard
not
on
to do
the
that.
ugly person.
Hold on, hold on, because you said two contradictory things there. You said you actively go out of your way not to treat the good-looking women better.
No,
but then you said that you do treat them better.
Not to treat the ugly person better than the good-looking person.
Oh, you're fucked.
Why?
Why would you do that?
It's me. I don't know why I do what I do half the time.
10 to 15%. 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh shit.
Maybe I am one of those people.
Yep, you probably are.
Can I ask why? Why do you go out of your way to treat women that you feel less attractive worse than women you?
Because they need to know their place.
Oh my god.
God damn, 47.
That's not 47. That's 49. God damn.
I'm not having that.
I can't back that shit, bro.
What does that even mean, bro?
You can't. You're not being serious.
I'm assuming you're joking. Don't say you can't say things like that.
Nah, bro. I was about to draw you out.
If you are joking, you know there's people that have switched off now. You know, and they write the tweet
I'm
down.
no longer listening to this podcast. I'm offended.
1 star.
You know, bro, you had me going for a second there.
Okay, but what?
Funny, bro.
In all seriousness, why do you think you do this?
I actually don't know. It's just.
I think we've been programmed to do this. You know. I think if you look at all of our society and our social interaction, we have through media, through everything, pushed what is considered to be the attractive woman to the top of
to the higher threshold. Yeah.
Attractive privilege.
Privilege.
And I think and
it happens within each race.
I would say every man does it. Whether it's consciously or subconsciously, if there's a pretty woman in the room and there's a not so pretty woman in the room, you tend to give more attention to the pretty woman.
Can step us answer the question?
Go on then.
I actively do the opposite of the actor.
Because you on the underdog thing, yeah?
I just go out my way to put it this way.
To make the ugly woman feel good about
wife, because she listens on and off. She don't listen to every episode. If you're listening to this right now, let me give you some advice. If you see your husband in a room full of women and he's ignoring a bunch, yeah, those are the ones that he likes. If he's blanking a bunch if he's being really harsh on these couple of girls, those are the ones that he thinks is good looking.
don't want that in your life, boy.
I go out of my way to, how can I put it? Because I don't want to go on like I'm mean to anybody. But let's put it this way: if there's 3 women in front of me, and I feel one of them is gorgeous, and the other 2 are not as pretty as that gorgeous one, then I'll find myself having a conversation or dealing with the women that I don't think are as pretty. I'll stay away from the pretty one.
I will say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
No, all of that bullshit. But I'm saying
All of that bullshit, mate.
all of that bullshit. But yeah, we've been programmed to do this. We have. Like, whether we like it or not,
I would agree. Which is I do. That's my anti-programming. It's
No,
like, I don't want that. I don't want that hassle in my life.
In all honesty, I would do my best to be more nicer to the less attractive woman.
So now you're saying the exact opposite of what you said before.
I'm
Make up your mind, bruv. Nobody knows where you're standing from.
being honest.
You 10 to 15%er.
Innit? You're an abuser. That's why you don't like it.
I like everybody.
Colonizer. Sorry. So simple. You said you would treat the nicer woman or the woman that you feel looks better,
unconsciously, yeah.
probably nicer. That actor now.
I love everybody.
So-
Everybody, I love you.
Because
all.
I don't go out my way to say, oh, she's pretty, I'm going to do this for her. But like, it's happened to me before where, like, even in the most simple of interactions,
Oh, there is an interaction where I'll do it too. Go on.
the most simple of interactions, and I'm talking like, I'm waiting to get on the bus,
Yeah,
and there's a pretty girl,
See, you lot are just saying
No.
it nicely.
Go on.
and I will let her get on the bus first.
And you'll push the ugly one out of the
I
way.
will not push the ugly one out of the way.
I'm not claiming that example, but go on, continue.
So, like, I'll let all women get on the bus
Exactly.
first,
So I don't get this one.
standardly. But if there is
You'd be more hesitant to do it for the ugly.
there
one.
you go, hesitant. That's the word I was looking
Would you
for.
really?
Yeah, man's are just sugarcoating the words.
I'm not
I
sugarcoating
just
the
kept
words.
it real.
It wasn't sugar. It was cinnamon.
Innit?
Bitches.
Hotep cinnamon coated it.
Hotep cinnamon.
We cinnamon coat our bitchness.
With essence of sheer.
So Wahala, you haven't answered your own question.
I think I'm a bit more like you. So I don't think I treat I don't. Do you know? This is gonna sound so egotistical. Yeah, egotistical. I think that if I start chatting to any girl,
Oh God.
any girl,
They're automatically beautiful.
no,
Swift horror.
no. I think I can strike up some form of rapport with that girl. So it could be like they'll like me for being funny, or they'll think I'm a nice guy, or blah 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 blah. If I actually got out of my way to talk to that person, like if I got out of my way to talk to you, we will find some form of jokes. There'll be some form of rapport. Not necessarily that you will like me like me, but I'll think I'll leave you with an impression. Yeah,
Okay.
right. So like Stav, because I don't even want to leave you with anything, I just want to talk to you at all.
Okay.
So I just do it with all women. Ugly, good looking, whatever. Right? I'm just not gonna talk to you at all. Right? That's how I would do my day-to-day dealings. Would I treat anyone different than the other? Subconsciously, I don't know. I don't actually know. But I just know that as all women, I got on my way to talk to them. Like there's women in the gym that I see every day and they smile on their head, nod at me, and I got off my way to blank them all. Because I don't even want to strike up any discussion or rapport or anything with them, just in case, because I'm going to see them on a day-to-day basis. The only people I may have that rapport with or strike up anything with is people that are women I work with, because I have to work with them.
So are you fearful of any form of friendship?
So I just don't want anything. I just don't want any. I don't want to have to tell somebody that's not what it is. Does that make sense?
Can I be real? Anyone can cheat. I believe everyone has the potential to cheat. Yeah, nobody. Now I don't want to cheat, so I'm pretty similar to what Wahala said. I believe that it's my nature to. I'm a flirt for one. Yeah, so my wife knows this. I'm a flirt, and it's my nature to put on some sort of peacock kind of thing.
You know what? I was
Yeah.
thinking in my house. Look at this fucking peacock.
when I'm talking to a woman, it's like it's
Flat your weave.
it's
Spirit
nature.
fingers.
So I kind of go out my way to not talk to somebody that if they ever tried it on me, that I would have to be like, it's
Peek at it.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're beautiful or ugly, but it's a lot easier if you're ugly, isn't it? So I don't want to put myself. Just don't. This is why when people say, "Oh, I can't," I find it hard to not cheat, and I'm thinking, just don't put yourself in that position. Stay away from women that you might cheat with. Just stay away from them, innit?
The hardest time to stay away from people that you can't cheat to women that you might cheat with is probably out somewhere like work.
Which is why maybe a lot of affairs happen at work.
Yeah, because you see that person, you strike up a rapport with that person.
I've never worked with.
Yeah, think about that.
I've never worked with good-looking people, so I'm alright.
I think there was only one good-looking woman at one of my workplaces. Only one in all the time I've been working. I've been labouring a damn near 15 plus years now.
Let me not say good-looking because they'll be good-looking to someone. I don't find them attractive.
That's the better term. That's the better term. I don't find them attractive.
And even if there are attractive people in some of my workplaces I've been, they don't work with me or around me. They'll just be somebody that works somewhere in the office maybe or something like that. So
work is different though.
So it's the reason I say it's different. I say it's different because yes, you have to be around them. Yeah, but then you can strike up conversations. You will find somebody that is like, you know what, this person really gets me. And you see them more than you see your own missus at times. So then it can get to a point where
be strong. No,
you can be like get to a point where so and so at work don't treat me the way that you're treating me at home, and I see them just as much as I see you.
Grass is always greener.
That's what they say. Until you start dealing with them, and then suddenly they turn into one crazy person. But that's why a lot of affairs happen at work because you spend more time with them than you do with anyone else.
See, I'd say like Stav, I'm a massive flirt, and I flirt with everybody and anybody of the female persuasion.
Whore.
Yeah, top slag.
Just about to call you pansexual, but carry on.
Top slag. But again, you do have to find the balance. You do have to have a restraint and know, all right, I can't say too much and I can't go too far because you never know what you're saying, how it affects that person you're flirting with.
Okay. So what I'm gathering from what you mans have just said,
we're legends.
You're basically just saying that you're going against your nature. That's what you've literally just said, all three of you.
We pull restraint. We have to put a cap on it.
No, how am I saying that?
Because you're saying that you just won't talk to the person, so you don't have to get into. So you're going against your nature.
But to talk to people.
Well, yeah, because your nature is to talk to people.
No, not necessarily. Because I don't really go out of my way to talk to people anyway. It's not something I have to do. Yeah, but I'm saying that if I do it, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so you're consciously not doing it. So you're going against your nature.
Oh, I know what's going to happen.
By definition, as humans,
she's going to fall for me.
We can't just be singular. We have to be.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to new people.
Take your hands away from me.
So it's, even with men, I don't want to talk to new men in general. It's got nothing to do with. I don't want to talk to new. But I know that if I talk to, I think like if I get into conversation with a new person, woman. There'll be a report. No, as I said, it doesn't have to even be sexual. It doesn't have to be a relationship thing. It doesn't have to be any of that type of thing. I just think I will leave you with an impression.
Is that why you say you don't like to go out because you don't want to have to be put into that position?
No, I don't like going out because I've got this thing now where I don't like too many people around me. It's like I've got a fear of what's going to happen, so I don't like being out so much. It's like if I know, it's almost got to a point now. If I know that I'm going somewhere where there's lots of people, it's like I'm panicking. Like, what's going to happen now? Like I go into the places, the first thing I'm looking at is the fire escapes. And
what's the reverse of claustrophobia?
I can't remember the term.
Just fear of open spaces.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of people, man. I like to be people that I know. It's my control freak thing. If I'm with people that I know how I believe they're gonna behave, it will make me easier for me to go through my day. Does that make sense? Rather than knowing there's too many people, too many different variables around me.
So what you're saying?
How did you cope with the concert?
That's what I'm saying. What you're saying now, you do your missus a real solid by going to that concert. Then
no, the concert was the thing about the concert is I can focus on one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, around all I'm doing at the concert is thinking, what's this person doing next to me now? What is he gonna do? Am I gonna have to do something to this guy?
When we were talking about needing therapy? Are you sure this doesn't come under that bracket, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I can't go outside and I don't want to be around different people. This sounds like the type of thing somebody's gonna be sitting on a chair.
To be honest, I have something similar where I don't like crowds so much anymore, and that's because I can't vouch for what people are going to do.
That's what I just said.
And also it's also because of where we've gone and where we are in society now.
Is this some ghetto PTSD business?
No, because if you think about what's gone on in events, people just letting off shots,
bombs and driving,
things like that.
You're not worried about stuff like that, are you?
Well, I am.
I mean, back in your mind, kind of like I go in and I survey the area because that's what you do. That's normal. But that's the surveying area, isn't it?
No, but if you look over the course of time, it's become more and more prominent.
What I've learned, surveying the area is normal.
Check out if there's any Muslims around.
Oh my
God! I'm only joking.
Mubarak, my guy.
Check out for backpack Muslims.
So surveying the area is a very hood mentality thing to do. This is what I've come to know, and I've only come to know this because of like the different different circles that I've been in from like work and other people that have grown up in different. So like, I think somebody noticed one time, like, why do you always have a wall behind you whenever you're in somewhere.
Sit
And
in
I'm
the
like,
restaurant, make
that's
sure you see
just
the door.
how we do, innit?
Listen,
Like,
when the ghetto man's going to a restaurant, why is it everybody's fighting for the one where their back
Everybody
is on the
is
wall and they
fighting,
can see everything?
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody knows why they want to sit at that part of the
Godfather
table.
mentality.
That's normal for me.
You have them
And you can get out quicker.
affluent. Yeah, you have them people that live them blessed lives, and they walk into situations.
And
Yeah, thinking, bro.
Exactly.
But then you realize that happens to them.
You want to sit in the corner. You don't want to sit next to the window.
Exactly.
All of them
There's
certain things.
all them kind
I
of
need to
certain
see my
things.
exit.
Well, this is why I said Hood PTSD.
Yeah,
because it's a situation where, because you've been through things, because you've seen things, because you've heard things, now you have some sort of post-traumatic syndrome.
And he's probably right, you know.
Yeah.
In a way, he's
Yeah.
right. But there's certain things that come with maybe. I think some things come with age as well, and maybe even more sense. Like before, I had no issue going on roller coasters. Now I'm like, why am I getting on the roller coaster for?
Okay.
I like, why am I doing that? Why am I putting my life at risk for?
Okay.
It makes no sense to me. Why am I doing that?
Okay. So this one, I had this one as well. Yeah, where there was a time where I was like, this roller coaster thing. Why would somebody do that? It doesn't make sense to me. And then one year I said, you know what? This feels like an excuse for fear. So I said, nope, not having it. So I went to all of the major amusement parks, all in the same year, and went on all of the rides. And then I got to a point where I was actually sitting on the front of the roller coaster rides. Yeah. To let the fear know that it was completely not going to have me at all. I did that for a whole season. Haven't been on another roller coaster since. But for the same reason that you're saying, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, there's having fun, but then this here is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of me doing it.
Because when it goes wrong, people die.
Yeah.
Or they get amputated.
Why am I putting myself in a position where I could die for no reason? It makes no sense to me. So something like that is now becoming more
Because it's fun.
Yeah, but it's almost the same thing with the raving. Like, why am I going to go to a rave or to go to these events with all these people that I do not know the variables of how they're going to behave?
Yeah, but there was never a fear factor in raves before.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Not
it
as
was.
much.
Always.
Not as much as
Always.
it is now.
Always.
I think it's less people are going to get shot or things in the raves now than it was when we was
Always. I've never been to, what's that club in Clapton? What was the club called on the?
It's not Visions. No.
Pegasus.
I've never been. There was two of them. They were next door.
Duggies.
I've never been to any of those two places.
Pegasus or Duggies.
I've never been to any of those two places. Those are the only
It
two
had so
places.
many names, man.
Those are the only two places that my dad said I'm not allowed to go
And
into.
Palace for Pavilion.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Visions was Dawson, isn't it?
yeah. The Vision was
Visions
also.
was Dawson.
Sorry.
He told to me to be careful of Visions, but he said to me, "Don't go to Palace Pavilion and Pegasus."
What did they call it before?
Never
Palace
ever been
Pavilion?
in them two venues for the
was-
same reason.
Duggies.
Yeah, I think it was Dougie's. Because there's a bare gunman in their place.
Exactly.
I feel it's less problematic now.
I think so as well. I don't think.
Back in the day, people would get in with the guns.
Yeah. No, I don't
And
think.
CS gas was a standard thing.
Normal.
I don't think
I don't
we were as fearful then.
No, we weren't as fearful.
We were younger.
but things happen more then. Put it this way. No, let me not go into no stories. But I just think more stuff happened back then. I think. I don't know.
I think that we were
know.
younger. We was more reckless, and it didn't matter. I think the older you get, the more responsible you become, and the more you look at things and be like, "Why would I put myself in that position? Why would I do that?" And I think, as Stan was saying, some of us do have this ghetto PTSD, and I think it's something that it's a good topic that we're chatting about now because maybe it is the reason why I'm surveying the areas. Maybe it is the reason why certain guys can't go out and feel at ease with themselves. Mans don't go out and feel at ease. All these young youths that's going out on a day-to-day basis, I don't know how they're doing it because I can't see them feeling at ease if they think the man's gonna shank them every 5 minutes.
Do you want to know something that's so interesting? The other people that do this stuff as normal, like looking for exits and all that kind of stuff, are like mercenaries and
Military man.
and military man.
That's what they're saying. That's what we're living a war we don't even know we're in.
Yeah, we got that military mentality.
Yeah,
now.
them people that come back from war, they say, "Oh, we all went out for a drink." But whilst everybody's walking around, I'm looking around, and it's like, why is everybody not paying attention to what's going on around them? Because you just come from war, Negro.
And the thing is I think what makes it worse as well is that I've had it confirmed that what I'm doing is working, because there's been more than one occasion where I've been somewhere, and you've done it as well, where we've been to somewhere together, and one of us has gone to the other one, "Yo, let's move because it's about to go off." Yeah? Or, "Yeah, these men look like they're going to do something. Let's move." Yeah? That has happened so many times, and we've moved, and what's happened afterwards?
Yes.
Even that same night when my man was someone got shot at or whatever, or he dropped his gun. Remember that night when we was in South on the London Bridge or whatever? Yeah, I swear I think it was you. You were like, "Come on now, it's time for us to go." There's no reason for us to be standing there. It's now time for us to go. We got in the car and then that thing happened afterwards.
But I was standing outside when the shots were fired, boy.
And there was girls running. What happened? Foolish girls. But anyway, I don't know, man. I've got a fear of outside. I've got a fear of people. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to make new friends.
Yeah, how peak it is. When we were walking in the concert yesterday, I was looking at the areas there. For some reason, I said, it's going to pop off. And I looked around and I said, all right, this is the area I'm going to pull my wife and we're going to stand here whilst everyone is running. That was it. There was a bit when we were leaving. And I just thought, it's going to pop off now. And then I surveyed the area. I saw one door. There's a security standing there. And I'm just going to have to push the security out of the way. And that was it for me, man. It's
normal
like
behavior.
Spider sense was just going up in my head.
It's normal behavior.
But do you think that people that don't come from ghetto, do you think they think like this?
They don't. I know they don't.
And this is what I'm saying, that we're living on a disadvantage. We're not living to enjoy it anymore. We're living to survive.
To survive.
No, because I still don't have, as much as what you said, I don't want to go out for different reasons as you. I don't have the same reasons you're going out. So yeah, there could be masses, but that's not going to stop me from doing.
That's one of my reasons. But other reasons, I just don't find it funny anymore.
If I don't enjoy something, that's cool. But I don't include. Oh, but it could be dangerous. I just don't include because anything could be dangerous.
It's not a case of being dangerous. I just can't. I don't like. I told you I'm a control freak, as you say.
Yeah, but what's so weird?
Like being in control.
What's so weird is when we go on holiday, all of this stuff doesn't matter. Have you noticed that?
No.
I'm worse.
I am much more vigilant on it because I know.
No, when I say no, not the vigilance, the actual going out.
Because you're in a completely different country,
man. What are you gonna do? The reason I don't rave or go out here,
I don't rave overseas either.
Because it's not go out. It's because I like going bowling. I like going to dinners. There's other things in it I want to, but I'm gonna include raving. That's the important thing for me. Now, when I'm local, I've raved hard, so I don't need to do that anymore. I've been through it. I've done it. When I go overseas, yes, when we went to Brazil for my stag, we went to rave, and I'm not the biggest raver, even overseas, but I want to see what it's like to rave in a Brazilian club. I don't want to go all the way to Brazil, be there for a week or 2 weeks, and not rave. If I'm with the boys, when I'm with the missus, maybe I don't want to rave. But when I'm with the boys, of course I want to see what rave looks like, because I haven't done it before. Once I've touched it once, maybe, once I've done a couple of raves, it's like, okay. But have you noticed, everywhere you go, anyway, it's the same thing anyways.
Yep.
It doesn't matter which country you go.
Reggaeton. Reggaeton is the biggest shoes every day they play with it.
Same thing. You got the fancy clubs where you know the fancy clubs in it where you know them. You got the hood clubs where you know them as well. Probably fitting more well in the hood clubs, to be honest with you. It was not even probably I'll do, because them clubs where you have to pose.
It's not for us, man.
It's not for me
at all. So yeah, man, I think that we need to boy, I don't know how we got to this question and we got here, but
Hood PTSD, because you took it there. You always take it there.
Did I?
It was, yes, we were asking a question about wanting to know how to die, and then you took it to.
Well, that's even more Hood PTSD. I'm gonna die tomorrow. I don't know. So the question was, let's go to that question. So you're saying that, what was the question? Do you want to know when you're gonna die, or do you want to know how you're gonna die?
Both. Yeah, that's both the questions.
Okay, so
one question is, would you want to know? And then the second question is, if you had to know one of the two, would you want to know how or when?
I would prefer to know how than when.
All right, let everyone answer that one quickly then.
No, I don't want to know at all.
Yeah, but that's
because it inspires paranoia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Standardly.
Straight away.
Not if you know when.
No.
If you know you're not going to die until the 2100, and you're going to die on January the 1st, 2100.
But then you're going to wonder how you die.
Exactly.
But what's the point in worrying about it if that's the day you're going to die?
Immediate next question.
Why about it on that day?
No, but then you start asking yourself, okay, so if I'm going to die on that day, does that mean that if I jump out in front of this car, it's not going to kill me?
No, okay. No, I say any way that you try to self-harm, you can kill yourself.
Okay.
So you're adding variables. That's
but then also...
it's my question, so I can add variables.
But also you'll think, all right, what time on that day am I going to die?
Yeah, you can wonder what you want.
Oh, that's long, man. I don't want to know.
That's the day though, isn't it? Yeah, it's only 24 hours.
So you prefer to know how?
No, I don't want to know anything.
You have to know one.
You got to know, if you got to choose one of the two,
you need to know how or when.
It's deep.
So how you said when or how?
I said how.
How? Okay.
Oh, fuck me, man.
Come on.
Yeah, give me the when, bruv. Give me the when.
You want to know when?
Give me the when.
Yeah, I'd rather know the how. I want to know how.
2 hows and a when.
Do you know why I want to rather know the how than the when? Because if I know the when, I'm going to end up telling close people to me, and that's going to be on their mind. So I'd rather just know the how. I don't want to tell my missus I'm going to die in 4 days' time. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but then you might still tell your missus, I'm going to die like this.
Yeah, I might tell her that.
And then she's going to be worried about...
Imagine if it was her. Looking at this. Apparently you're going to kill me.
I keep having this dream I'm going to die in a car accident. She's not going to want you to drive. She's not gonna want you to get in a car.
I don't get which one of the incidents you can tell people close to you and it's not gonna bother them. I ain't telling nobody nothing.
Yeah. I'd want to know how, and I'll keep it to myself.
We telling people for.
What you saying,
You're
stuff?
gonna end up telling someone.
What you saying, stuff?
Nah.
I don't know. You know. I don't know.
Any responsible parent would say when.
As a parent, thanks a lot, man. Thanks, dude. But I guess it makes sense because you want to get your affairs in order. Okay.
Unless the how involves the child.
Your kid's gonna kill you.
Imagine if you're a child. Imagine if you
No. If you could say that you could call it a car crash, and it could be 4 of you in a car crash.
Yeah.
God damn, 47.
But then do you want to know that as well?
Free survive.
Do you want to know that?
Hold on.
You don't know.
The question in itself is morbid enough. You then went on to add more death.
No, but he's got a good point. He's got a good point.
I don't like
I don't know why you put this question in my life in the first place.
You went to Final Destination.
I don't know why you put
If
this
it's
question
not more death, it's rape. You must make things worse than it. You must always make things worse.
He's a good question. What are you saying then?
Okay, I'll go with what he mentioned and say because I'm a dad and I'd want to get my affairs in order. I'll just say
When?
So there's no point in asking the question, would you want to know when to die? Because it seems like everybody was saying no.
I've got life insurance, so my message is sorted. So it doesn't make the when doesn't matter.
Okay, so Wahala wouldn't want to know. Simple Simon, clearly you wouldn't want to know.
I feel like every day's my last anyway. I find it very difficult to plan for beyond tomorrow.
Do you think about death though?
Yeah, that's all good and proper. But
I think about death all the time.
I don't.
You know that what's that thing called? You know that, what do they call it? This idea or the saying that if you shouldn't ever die in your dreams because you die in real life. Have you ever heard that before?
Not outside a horror film, no.
Yeah. Yeah, not outside of Friday the 13th. Or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, so I know some people that like old people that say it. Oh yeah, you shouldn't ever die in your sleep. If you're dreaming and it seems like you're gonna die, you should try and wake up.
That's an Obia thing, bro.
And the same as the other one where they say if you dream about someone who's dead and they tell you to follow them, you shouldn't follow them.
I don't know where this.
You never heard that one before either?
No.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've heard them ones, bro.
Can I ask if you
campfires
dream
have you been
about
around?
being dead, do you die there and then, or is it like there's a week?
No, you die like you don't wake up. Basically.
So then, how would anyone ever know it's true?
What? This is what I'm about to tell you.
Because everyone it's happened to has died. So you can say, well, this is what happens.
I don't know. They didn't have books back then. But I'm saying, like, I've died many times in my dreams.
So therefore, it's
rightly
it's
so.
it's not.
Man said rightly so.
Wow.
Some
So
wily
then it's
coyote
wrong,
business.
because you're still here.
Yeah, I know it says bullshit in it, but
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
so yeah.
I want Simple to answer the last question.
What was the
before
last
you
question?
can
Say
go.
again. Sorry,
No,
what was it?
Yeah, because would you want to know when you die?
Would I want to know when I die?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
So why was it so hard to answer the last question then?
What do you mean?
The difference between when and how?
Yeah, my answers come easy as a result of the question before.
That actor,
Someone that's faced death many times? Nah.
you don't want to know.
It's coming. I don't want to know.
I've nearly died a couple times.
Mm.
I've like genuinely nearly died a couple times.
Oh.
Remember that time when I rolled my car over?
Oh. Yeah.
There was
You
that.
rolled your car over.
Bruv, when I said that this man is moving Jesus ways, bruv.
Jesus walks.
He should be dead. If you saw that car, this man, he had no scratches, nothing. He should be dead. As far as I'm concerned. He should have bought that car and made it a plaque and put it on his wall. Because that car either saved his life in some way. You need to go to Peugeot and you need to praise them. Like, you need to go to them, bow down to them and say, thank God. Because that car was destroyed.
Why do I just want to talk about car accidents now? I remember the time that the car was on fire.
Was the car on fire?
Yeah, in Dalston. What's the name of that road in Dalston?
It wasn't on fire.
Shaka
Yes, it
Well
was.
Lane.
No, off the junction. The big cross
Dalston
road.
Lane.
Oh,
No,
the one where he flipped the
St.
car as
Paul's
well.
Pond. St. Paul's Pond Road.
Bulls Pond Road. Yeah,
Was it on
I've still got a video. What's his name? Your bedroom was there.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Was it on fire?
Yes.
I don't remember it being on
The
fire.
engine was on fire, but I recorded it instead of running away from the engine.
Engine's on fire.
Yeah, because you would have crashed into the barriers.
Yeah,
Why are you baiting him up, man? Man's baiting up the road. The timing, the barrier.
Oh, this is like 10 years ago. This is more than
There's
10
no
years ago.
statute of limitations in the UK. I don't
It was,
think,
it was like this was like the first camera phones. I'm talking Nokia. Like,
So give him ranging now the
so
age
it wasn't
range.
even Nokia, it was like
Bruv, stop
it was
this.
like Sony
Stop
Ericsson.
this snitching. I told you he's a snake.
Snitch.
I told you Stab is a snake in her.
Dry. It's
Stab is a proper snake.
It's not wet snitching. At least it's dry
Shere
snitching.
Khan, man.
Dry snitching.
Fully Shere Khan.
Yo, that
Yeah,
is a
man.
snake, man. I don't know, man.
You and your brother, man.
For-
Like crashing cars.
For me, it's true. It's true, man. It's true.
Man is snitching on the dead as well.
Trust me.
Trust me, but I don't know. For me, the dying thing is not necessarily the thing. It's I've started to think about dying and not doing anything great.
Not leaving a legacy.
Just not doing anything great.
I have asked the question, what will I be remembered for?
All right, we'll make that the last
black.
question then. So this question about dying and legacy and greatness.
That's my problem. Like, I can't really know. So that's why I have to write this book. So at least the internet will remember, man. You know, like that.
I hear that. I think, in fact, I'll steal that. I want to write something before I die.
Do you think every man has to do something impactful in their life?
I think that is part of the purpose of your life, you know.
I think every man thinks that.
Do you think that that's why certain people, when they commit suicide, they do it in a very outlandish,
Of
not
course.
outlandish way to
Of
make
course.
sure they left the mark?
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
I don't think they're thinking
So
that.
people that jump off a bridge and
No, because if you say, "Oh, do you remember Johnny or remember Tommy?"
I don't.
Tommy that jumped off the bridge. Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I would say yes.
I don't think people are thinking about.
No, Stav, I would say yes. Think about it this way, yeah? Let's look at it from another point of view. Let's say that in your life, you feel invisible. Yeah? In that people know that you're there, people talk to you like you're there, but at the same time, you don't really feel like a intricate part of any componentry. Yeah? Like, if I was to die right now, no one would miss me anyway.
Okay.
You go and kill yourself in an extravagant way. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna make the idea is you'll make the news, and as long as you've made the news, that's it. You become part of the archive.
Is that the ones that do the killing suicides? Where
Yeah.
they go and kill people knowing that the police are going to kill them,
Yeah,
so they can have that legacy of being that.
That's a mental. I mean, they're all kind of like mental health problems. But killing someone and then hoping that. What did he say?
he said white.
Killing people and then wanting to get shot by the police. That's a different kind of mental thing. That's a psycho mental thing, as opposed to
That's
just.
a psycho.
Well,
It's
yes,
just
because
mental.
there's a mental health issue
a
where
certain psychosis.
where you're depressed, and it's like I'm depressed and I want to kill myself, as opposed to I want to take people out as well. That's a psychotic. Sorry, not psychotic. That's psycho in that whatever that terminology, because psychotic is a different thing. I think.
It could be a psychotic episode.
insane.
Anyways,
That boy needs therapy.
legacy is it's a good thing. Do you see your children as legacy, or is it more than that?
No, it's more than, because for me, like, the only way that your children are your legacy is if they know, if whoever it is who knows them knows you. Does that make sense? Like, on their own.
Nah, their legacy just being born.
No, but
You've left something of yourself here.
Yeah, that's an extension of you.
By the definition of legacy, yes, but I think we mean it like in more of a like leaving something more than just I've left something
I
behind.
left some DNA behind. Look,
Well, it depends. If
look
you
at it there.
if you just have you leave and bounce and there's no connection at all, maybe you might not see it as a legacy. But if that person's mannerisms are yours, everything is yours, they behave like you, they talk like you taught them this, you did that. That's you leaving a legacy on the world. That's you leaving your imprint on that world. Even if it's just in that, very close.
Like, my thing is this: 100 years in the future, will my
What they gonna say about you?
yeah?
Do you want to be remembered by the? Do you want to be remembered by the masses?
I, Stavros Boss of Hackney, via Lagos, Nigeria, want to be remembered as being the spearhead of the natural hair movement in London in the 2000s. That's no. As badly as some people say I go about it, that is something that is near and dear to my heart. I want black women to want to embrace their natural, beautiful hair, and that is why I go on about it. So that's one of the things. That's one of the things that, for some reason, I don't
Can you
actually
pick
know
something
why.
else?
I don't.
Is there anything else?
What do you mean?
Is there anything else that you want to leave in the world? Or is it
I said I want a book. I want to write a book about me, maybe, or maybe a book. Maybe
you think a book about you would be interesting?
to somebody?
yeah. Okay, you know the stories I've written in on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
about the day our brother passed. About
Where?
What other stories? Just the stories. The story. The day that time I had a birthday and I was upset and remember it was a Soul Solid rave in the Oceans. Couldn't get in. So I wrote these little stories and they seem to get people were quite. They seem to be receptive of it. I think I'm going to write a book where it's just snippets of stories that because my life is not necessarily interesting, but I've had interesting episodes.
Do you still think you need to write a book?
My memoirs.
I never needed to. You need to write a book.
Well, but even to because to be honest, this podcast is that, isn't it?
This is the legacy. Yay! There you go. You've answered it. This is going to remain on the internet forever. This is the legacy.
So I'm going to be remembered for swearing and shit.
I don't know about forever.
Yeah.
Until somebody doesn't pay the bills or whatever, companies go down or something.
Let me ask you a question.
Until the internet gets broken.
If they took our podcast,
Yes.
put it in a capsule and sent it out into space, and it went to another life form, do you think it would be a good representation?
No, it's not.
Of human beings or of us individuals?
Of the hood.
No.
None.
Would it be a good representation of the hood?
I don't think we cross-reference anything. We are our own.
Are we good representations of the hood though?
No.
Then there you go.
Well, even when we had mead and all that and everything.
No. I think what we are is very similar. All of us are the same. So
We're similar and different.
I think it's similar enough to not have. I don't think we have more differences than we have similarities.
This is why I want a woman on there.
I think the question would be:
you want a woman too?
I want a woman.
Would we be a good representation of black males?
Oh shit! No, we wouldn't.
I am. Speak for yourself. Stavros is.
When you say good representation, do you mean of the people out there, or just good as in these are good black men?
These are good black men.
I think that would
Of
be.
course
Yes.
I am.
And of black men in general.
I don't know about black men in general, but for us, if they were to say, looking at these 5 guys, are they good black men?
Well,
So
no,
would you
no,
not
no,
class
not
us-
that
would you
actor.
not say you're a representative of black men in general?
You might be because you're not as good as me.
Oh my god!
So you're not a representative of black men in general.
I don't think so.
You're just a representative of you black.
If somebody looks at me, is this a good black person? I would say yes, me. Are you like
Are
every
you
other
a good black man?
Yes.
So are you good representative of black men?
I don't know because I don't know. I don't think we keep going on all the time every week on this podcast. They're not like us. Oh, men do this, women are complaining. We ain't like that. Oh, men do this, we ain't like that. Men shoot, we ain't like that. It's like not all men. So it gets to the point where if I keep saying I'm not like all these other black men, then I ain't like all these other black men. I can't claim them and push them back at the same time.
So are you the best of black men?
No. I just have enough decent traits where I can look in the mirror and say I'm a good man. Full stop.
Yeah, you can look at yourself.
And I just so happen to be black. Yeah, exactly. And I just so happen to be black. So if you look at me and say, "Is this a good black man?" I would say yes. I'll be in that category. If you're religious, God said there's no such thing as a good man, but I ain't religious.
Do you think that if you were to ask 50 women that know you of all shades,
Me?
if you was a good black man,
Yes.
you think how many you would say out of the 50?
Most of them. The only ones that would
Give me a number. Out of 50.
45.
45, so 5 will say that you're scum.
Why would they have to say scum?
I don't know what they're gonna say, but they're not gonna be happy with me. And it will be for one incident. It won't be because they know. It will be because of something, not because of all the other things. They would have picked something that they don't like about me, or that in a way that I've hurt them or something, and that's why Stanford is not a good person.
And they'll focus on that.
Sorry?
And they'll focus on that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing they'll say. This is why he's not a good person because of this.
Simple. What would they say about you?
50 women. I like 100 better than 50, but 50 women.
Yeah.
50 women, and how many would say I'm a good man?
You're a good man.
Fuck.
Do.
I don't even think I've.
Brother, take it too long. Come on, give me a number.
Don't say you don't know 50 women.
Yes. Don't say that.
Whore.
Of Babylon.
Goddamn. Maybe 45. Maybe. I'm very much misunderstood a lot of times.
If you're very much misunderstood, then you would be a bad person.
No.
Because if most of the vast majority of the people are saying you're good and you're very much misunderstood, then they will misunderstand you as being a good person.
No. What I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be that way around.
But then you'd have to question the mental state of those women.
No comment.
You're a dickhead.
That actor.
How many would say I'm good out of 50?
And that's the end of the show. So.
His mum and racist though.
What about
Not
his girl?
even them.
What about his girl? No.
No, I'd
Hang on, wait, can you hear that?
shut your mouth. In all honesty,
X-Files music.
in all honesty, I'd say about 43, 44.
Okay, big guy.
Well, hello?
About 35.
35.
35.
Mhm.
Really?
So,
I thought I was bad.
a good 15 is going to be like, nah, not good, man.
Probably. I'm being honest because I don't know. I think I'm a good person. I don't know if everybody else around me thinks I'm a good person. People think I'm aggressive. That's not really a good trait, is it?
Yeah, but then why would what would you think they would say that would be negative against you? In what respect?
He's aggressive.
No, I'm talking
Even
about
then, he
all
can
of
be
us.
aggressive and be good.
How we are in relationships, our attitude.
Well, a lot of people
What?
say that when you even listen to the podcast and you see some people's reactions, they say that, well, that Steph said today that somebody called us misogynist.
Hotep misogynist.
Yeah, so stuff like that. People could say that's
We
not,
have to talk. What does that mean?
What Hotep? Or
Hot-
misogynist?
Hotep misogynist. What does that mean?
I think they mean, like, what's his name in it? What's that guy's name?
Who that?
The one that was pretending he was talking on the phone when he wasn't talking on the phone.
Oh, Umar Johnson.
Yeah, that other guy.
That's
yeah,
what we are.
Yeah. People like him, Bryce Johnson, those types of guys.
No,
Yeah, but we
we're
don't-
nothing like that.
We don't talk. Like
That's what, I didn't say that we are, but that's what I'm assuming. Those are the whole misogynists.
this is why I asked what that means, because I took it the other way to say that we say stuff against the Hotep community in a fashion, and maybe some of our quips and our jokes about the Hotep community is taken in the wrong way, because we're not talking about Hotep community, we're talking about the Hotep people.
It was used as you guys are misogynistic. Yeah, they just added the Hotep on because of whatever it was meant to mean.
Oh, okay, all right.
We could be seen as misogynists.
But Hotep misogynist?
I don't know. You
So
are Rastas. So so 35.
Oh my God, 35.
I'm gonna say 35. I think 15 people. If I was to have 50 women have interactions with me, as I said, I'll leave an impact on all of them. 15 of them will probably be a negative impact where they'll say, boy, I don't know about this guy.
If you know me just through social media, it'll be different. But if people that actually know me, it's no.
If you
If
actually got to know,
it's just people that see what I say on Twitter. Most of them don't like me.
I don't know. As I said, I'm not really
Or anyone on the millennials. They don't
Yeah,
like me.
50 women that have experienced me.
That's why I said 45, because there's five women that I would say.
It's usually one woman you've touched. Some woman you touch and she wanted to touch her more and you didn't touch her again, and that's the reason she don't like it.
those are the people I don't worry about at all.
Do you remember?
But they're gonna be on that list.
But I don't think they're gonna be. I don't think there's any, women that like me and I don't know they like me. And I
No,
don't know they
I
like
said
me.
women that you've
touched.
touched and you don't want to touch them anymore.
Yeah,
and they want to be touched.
I don't think. I won't worry about them.
to touch.
Do you remember Ewoks, brethren?
Which one? There's plenty of them.
You know the one I'm talking about.
The one that you touched.
Yes.
But they're happy now, bro. Are you coming to bring their happiness? Like?
No, they hate me, man.
They hate you.
Yeah.
Why?
Bruv, I steep, man.
I didn't know this.
I didn't even know why. I didn't know why at the time. When I say they hate me, I mean they hate me. You know what I'm saying to you? Not that something I've done. They just don't like me
But why would they
as a person. I don't know.
Bruv, sometimes you touch somebody and when they want to be touched more, you don't want to touch them. They don't like you anymore. It's like they must take that emotion and change it into something else. If I can't like this person anymore and that be reciprocated, this emotion needs to change to something else. Otherwise, I'm going to be pining on them. So that like now turns into, it's like my ruler theory. You know my ruler theory? If it's one thing on the one side, it's going to be the same thing on the other side. I don't like you anymore.
It took me a long time to understand it because I haven't done anything wrong.
Bruv, it's not you. It's them.
Don't like me, bro.
But I didn't know.
Properly hate, man.
Okay, we'll take that conversation offline. We're going to be done now. Anybody want to add their own little last bit of mints on before we do our church notes?
I'm sure there's something we should have spoke about, but we just haven't.
Yes, that is true, but we had a nice fluid conversation for 2 hours. So there you go.
Yeah, this is us having a convo. You get me?
All right.
The original 3 plus 1 more.
That's what I'm the first.
Yeah.
It's bare fun.
All right, let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. Let's start off with that actor.
What's going on, people? DATACTOR on Twitter and Instagram. It's your boy, the actor. I'm about. Say something and I'll say something back.
Simple Simon.
Simple Simon at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. I'm part of the Twitterati, whatever that means. I'm out here just throwing insults. I retweet a lot, so if you're wanting to get some stuff out there,
What's that about?
Hit me up and I'll retweet.
Bro,
You know?
what's the rubbing the legs about? You cold?
I'm feeling anxious, bro. I'm trying not to punch you in the throat for that shit you just said a minute ago.
I was about to say, yeah, you do retweet. You retweet some of my stuff. Thank you.
There you go.
Well, fuck
I'm very supportive on Twitters.
Big Wahala.
Bro, you're gonna start a fire.
What?
When he's rubbing his legs, gonna start a fire.
Ooh, Simple Simon.
Start a fire. Start a fire.
I know why you have to always take it to the Bashment lyrics there.
Because every Bashment song.
The same reason you must always take it to rape.
Oh wow.
That's just the direction he goes into.
All right, so
He took his time. You ready?
at Big Wahala on Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter. I'd like to shout out the missus at One Stop Dreadlock. She actually featured on Black Hair Magazine UK. She's got it's like kind of like a rolling feature now where she gives people tips on how to look after their locks and such.
Wow.
So
Well done, that lady.
yeah, so you want to catch her? She's on blackhairmagazine.co.uk.
Plug.
And it's I think this one's about the best the best things for like parabens and sulfates and stuff, free cleansers that you can put in your locks.
What? Paraffins and what? Is these not fishes?
Paraben and sulfate free.
Not paraffin.
Shh, go on.
Paraben, I think.
Go
Oh,
on.
Steph said paraffin.
I don't know what he said.
Sulfate. I probably did say I thought it's paraben. I think it is, and sulfate free cleansers. So she talks about how to clean your locks basically.
You
in
mean
this one.
paraffin free, so it doesn't ignite?
Bruv, I don't know. I'm not.
Paraffin is like the light. It's like lighter fluid.
I'm reading paraben. PARBEN.
I don't know. Maybe.
And sulfate. Anyway, that is the thing that she's talking about. Go and check it out on blackhairmagazine.co.uk. Every time I want to do something for my woman, you lot always mess me up with this.
We talk over everything.
Can't just let me just say the thing properly and make me not look like I'm an idiot.
But we don't know whether you're saying it properly.
Well, if then let me get it wrong. And this is what I'm saying. You should always your boys, you know. Let me get it wrong and strong. Let me be wrong and strong.
I
in this
told
thing.
you can't trust your friends.
Let me be wrong and
We're
strong.
trying to help you.
No, I don't want to be helped.
Alright,
I'd rather be wrong and strong. And then somebody from outside come and tell me and throw the rocks on
Sun's
it.
getting kind
Don't
of low.
need to
big
throw the
guy.
rocks on the
Sun's
inside.
getting kind of low, big.
But
guy.
yeah, anyway, so check her out on that. Yeah, and she's got some other ones on there as well. But yeah, this is the latest one. And yeah, that's me.
Gaza, I just remembered. Sorry. The plug that I had for this week was for a play called Baba Sergei's Wives. It's currently showing
Sergey.
Sergey.
Baba Sergey's wife.
Bye bye, Shaggy.
Baba Shaggy. Sorry, Shaggy.
Mr. Sergey.
Yeah. you know like that. Okay. It's currently showing at the Arcola Theatre, which is on Ashwin Street in Dalston. It's like Dalston Junction, directly opposite Dalston Junction station. It's really good, reasonably priced. It's a really good play. I went to go and see it today with the missus. She took me out there. Shout out to the missus for that one.
But yeah, everyone's missus took them out, innit?
Yeah. Shout out to the missus for that one.
Oh, we kept men.
Yes.
Except somebody whose missus is not here.
Oh dear.
Bitch.
Oh dear.
Lonely. I am so lonely.
I will take myself out. Thank you.
So yeah, Baba
He got no choice.
Shaggy's Wives is really good. It's a Nigerian play. It's a very nice story. Go out and see it.
Do you know when it finishes? Because
It's running from now until July. I can't remember the last date in July, but there's 2 performances on Saturdays. One's at 3, one's at 7, and there's a performance every day during the week.
Can you take children?
You can, but I wouldn't, because there is profanity in
That's all right.
profanity and scenes of sexual nature.
But no nudity.
There's no nudity, but there are scenes of sexual nature. It's very, very.
I'm talking about taking my daughter.
Yeah. I would. I was gonna take my daughter, but after we seen it, we said no, we wouldn't.
She can see the stuff now. I wanted to grow up, right? Because if it's well, I want to see it. Well, my wife ain't gonna go in it. I'll take her. We'll go.
Okay, but yeah, it's good. And it's reasonably priced as well.
All right. I am Stavros, and you can catch me at Stavros Boss. Stavros says this week is the film, the soundtrack, and the song Crooklyn.
Oh, you went back in the archives.
Crooklyn is a film. It was made by Spike Lee. It was written by his sister, or co-written by Spike Lee and his sister. It's kind of like based on their life growing up in Brooklyn, and about the family life. So it's about a bunch of kids and their parents.
How's your kids? How's your wife?
It's a very quaint film. I grew up watching it around the time when it came on, so I would have been around 14, 15 or so, 16. I think we had it on Pirate, so I would have watched it when it came out. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film. It resonates with my heart, very much so. I don't know, there was just so much I could relate to in the film in terms of family, you know, dealing with your brothers and sisters. The actor, you come from a bigger family than me, so it might even resonate more with someone like you.
There's a lot of reminiscence in that film.
It's a beautiful film, anyways.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is, in fact, there's 2 CDs, and I bought them both back in the day, and it's just a bunch of old songs. The film is set, I think, like in the 60s. I think it's set in the 60s or the 70s, and the songs are from that era. So a lot of Motown and them kind of things. So it's classic, good music. And then the actual song called Crooklyn,
I can't remember.
Is the third part of the recommendation, and it is.
What are we trying to remember?
The song Crooklyn. Special Ed, Master Ace.
Oh, okay, I could have told you.
And okay, who's the third person? Who's the third person?
The guy from Black Moon, isn't it?
Buckshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckshot.
So I'm trying to remember who the producer was. It was Anyways, it's one of the best rap songs ever. Listen to it. Go onto YouTube and at least listen to that. If you don't watch the film because you're not into that kind of thing,
watch the film. Watch the film.
If you don't buy the soundtrack or stream the soundtrack because you're not into 60s, 70s music, I understand. But if you love or if you like rap, listen to the song Crooklyn Dodgers. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is us. Thank you for listening. You can find us all collectively at ESN Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter and other social medias. You can search for Eloquently Saying Nothing on Facebook. You can listen to this podcast. Well, you're listening to it anyway, but we are on Apple Podcasts. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Stitcher. We are on Google Play Music. We are everywhere except Spotify, I think. And I'm aiming to find a way to get us on there. So spread the good word. Thank you very much. Use the hashtag ESN Pod when we're talking. What's your problem?
You're a long thing, man. Anything.
Because my chest is mashed up.
Then that makes you big.
Come on, Weezy, baby. Weezy, baby. Right. Weezy.
Okay, thank you and goodbye. I've been rushed. Yeah, peace.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life. If we touched you and we don't want to touch you anymore, shame.
So, oh yes, make sure you go out and get Black Panther on Blu-rays. It's finally.
Oh, it's on the Blu-rays now.
It's been released. Go and get them deleted scenes. Yo.
I want them deleted. I want my accolades.
I want the director's cut.
No, like that.
Yes. Yes. You got a new album to listen to. He's cutting to Nas's.
Yeah, people are tweeting already that the boy. He's really shit on Nas, boy. People are saying that boy.
Nas could have had 2 days worth of listening.
I don't know if Rory's listened to it from Joe Budden podcast, but he just tweeted, "Are we ready to put who's the best rapper alive to the best?" I don't know if he's talking about Nas or if he's talking about but I know he's a big